in the earth, but now we stuck at the bottom. Where did we go wrong as a people? I think our people need to understand this with a wake-up call. And
open your eyes up, looking in the mirror, it gets no clearer. Cause we don't understand our own selves, drowning in sorrow with empty Hennessy bottles upon the shelf. Cause everybody wanna be a king, selling out their soul for this mean green cream thing. Paper chasing, but not facing the facts that as a nation and thinking like them.
Shalom for everybody online. Welcome to Israelites School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. I'm Priest Watazab. It's Priest S.O.W. Mayam. We're located at 8524 South Braesville Boulevard. Okay, got it. Let's see here. So no kids class until September. You can watch our live shows on Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. For our old shows, you can check us out on Kazakia, ISBHBK. Let's see here. September. We also have our every Saturday. You can reach Priest S.O.W. at 832-941-2443. You can contact me at 303-557-8979. And you can also email us at hiddentruth12@gmail.com. That's hiddentruth@gmail.com. Collecting the $60 for the Brothers Unity payment. For donations, any form of contribution is welcome and accepted. We appreciate those that have given so far. Definitely appreciate it. All the books, Bibles, dictionaries, pens, papers. They're needed. They're appreciated. Keep items. You can mail it. Is 101-580-6167 under Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. Okay, so that's going to be it for the announcements. There's nothing else. We're going to open it up for questions. What y'all got? Have y'all been studying? All right. I'll wait for them. Make sure y'all send the link out online so that they know that we are. How y'all feeling? Wait for them to get in online.
Hey, can you make sure that Zechariah, that last H on there is capital so it doesn't look funny?
Symbolism. It has to be symbolism. I don't know. Take away thy nose, you shall be devoured by the fire. So I was wondering, when it says, and it says, they shall take away thy nose and thine ears. Is that talking about like their jewelry? Like their jewels? They're gonna take their jewels away?
Where you at again?
Ezekiel chapter 23, verse 25. And I will set my jealousy against thee. And they're
going to cut off your nose and your ears. They cut off body parts during slavery, during the Trail of Tears, for Gad, with the Inquisition, with the Jesuit priests that came over for the Central America and Mexico. They was cutting off body parts and wearing them for trophies.
With them. Then when they mount up a deer on their wall,
yeah,
or a bear's head, they want to show the conquest of their kill. They killed the biggest, baddest animal on the field. They want to show it.
Chapter 7. Just like in age, you got they take body parts or take parts of the scalp and stuff like that. That's what they collect. So he showed, yeah. He said they're gonna take your nose and your ears and your remnant. They're gonna will be devoured. You killing up stabbing up the rest of you. All right. Anything else?
no, that was it.
Filthy.
I'm so sorry. Is anyone on the Wi-Fi?
Did it cut off?
Just the connection inside.
Did it cut off? Anything else? You got any questions online? Shoot them through.
Hold tight. Hold tight.
Yeah, if there's no questions, let's go right in. Man.
You got the whole class.
You said what?
One of those rare occasions you get the whole class.
Let's do it. Zechariah chapter 5. So that's what we're going to go through a little history today.
Come on.
But start at verse. And basically, we're going to be breaking this down precept by precept. All right? There's a lot of, now this is a lot of symbolism. You got to take good notes because it's a lot of symbolism. You get to Zechariah, wow. There's a lot of symbolism in here. And we need this history, man. This history is important, and these breakdowns. I know we hit a lot of spiritual classes, but this history is important, man. And these breakdowns are important, so you can know a lot of these scriptures we're talking about. Damn. What happened? What happened? Damn, I got caught up in the flame. There we are. So let's go. Oh, hold on. Grab my notes. Go to Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 5.
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 5. Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me.
So this was the angel. Y'all want to write this down. This was the angel speaking to Zechariah. Okay? I know it says it, but still. Want to edify these points. It was the angel speaking to Zechariah. Go ahead.
Lift up now thine eyes and see what is that, and see what is that goeth forth.
Right. So you just tell him, look up, lift up your eyes and see what's happening. See the things that are happening. Go ahead.
And I said, what is it? And he said, this is an ephod that goeth forth.
Okay, so an ephod, you want to write this down. It stands for a certain measure. And then you can put in parentheses that measure is going to be Israel or the elect of Israel. Put that in parentheses if you want. So that ephod is a certain measure or the elect of Israel. It's hot in here. It's a blaze. Y'all got that so far? So the ephod equals a certain, it's a measure. It's going to be the elect of Israel. Go ahead.
And I said, what is it? And he said, this is an ephod that goeth forth. He said, moreover, this is their resemblance through all the earth.
Okay, so you could also put, for the ephod, for the elect, it's a small portion of people that was collected from all the earth. small portion of people that was collected from all of the earth. That alone turns it into like a two-part. Yeah. You said what? You gave me this. It's all here. Yeah. Because yeah, it goes to 11 and it goes back into what the winner is. What the wickedness is. You see this right here? What you mean that's right? No. Starting out here. Right. And then I'm gonna go down into it, but then come back. Or when I get to the woman, what it is, go into that right with. Yeah. Y'all got that?
Done.
Okay. It's gonna be a lot of writing. Y'all be fine. Where you at?
Verse 6.
All right. So what does the ephah stand for?
A certain measure or elect of Israel.
Okay.
Also a small portion of people called from the earth.
Collected from the earth. Collected from all the earth.
Oh, collected.
Yeah, collected from all the earth. Go to Romans 11. So hold that Zechariah. Somebody else get me Romans 11 and 4. There's a lot of precepts that go with it also. So this breakdown is going to go into, because the last history class we went into, we were talking about what happened around 70 AD, right? Y'all remember that?
Oh, God, yeah.
Right, so this is going to go into that a little bit also. It's going to talk about some stuff in 70 AD and go into that a little bit. So where you at? Romans 11 and verse 4.
Romans chapter 11, verse 4. But what said the answer of God unto him?
Mm-hmm.
I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee.
You see that? So when you go back to that Zechariah, that small portion of people where that was that 7,000 men, that's the ephah. The ephah equals that 7,000 men that the Most High reserved. It represents the remnant of the chosen. I'll wait for you. Let me know when y'all write it down. The Most High reserved 7,000 men, right? And so that ephah represents the remnant of the chosen. Y'all got it? And read on. Let's see why they were reserved. Let's see what they didn't do. Go ahead.
Who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
And they didn't feed into all the idolatry and the hypocrisy, all the lies. They didn't celebrate the holidays, right? They didn't feed into the customs as we go into it. They didn't go the Babylonian way. They didn't feed into Babylon. So the ephah represents the 7,000 men. 7,000 men, it represents the chosen of Israel. Where you at?
Verse 5.
Go ahead.
Even so then, at this present time also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
Right, so it's showing you that the 7,000 men, it's present. It's in this present time. The Most High has reserved them to this time. Jump back to Zechariah.
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 6. And I said, what is it? And he said, this is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, moreover, this is their resemblance through all the earth.
Okay. So the ephah, we already got that. It represents the elect, right? The 7,000 elect of Israel. Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead.
Okay. So there was a talent of lead. So the talent represents weight, a weight or heaviness. The talent represents a weight or heaviness. The talent of lead represent weight or heaviness. Y'all got that? Go ahead, read on.
And this is a woman.
And this is a woman. So the woman, she represents Babylon the Great. The femininity, the homosexuality. That's what Babylon, that's what this woman represents. Babylon the Great. And if you want in parentheses, you could put the homosexuality, the femininity. Y'all got that? Go ahead.
That the woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephod.
All right, so basically verse 7 is telling us that there was a lot of wickedness in the midst of the elect, right? When you break it down, the talent of lead equals a heavy weight, right? The woman represented Babylon, right? The ephod represented the children of Israel, the 7,000 elect. Want to say something?
Was this in there?
Where you at? Hebrews 12:1.
Yeah, just to add on to that, if y'all can go to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 real quick.
There's how to wait.
Say it again.
There's how to wait. I was thinking that like when you was breaking it down.
Yeah, I don't know that.
That's how you spitball your scriptures. That's how you add your precepts. Is you see what could that mean according to the scriptures you know, right? Because people tell you, oh, that's reaching, that's this, that's that. Okay, I got precepts though. I'm gonna show you that weight represents sin. I'm gonna show you that weight represents wickedness. Y'all see that?
God.
All right. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Read that.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight.
Right, now this is in the book of Hebrews, so this is speaking to Hebrews. So this remnant, this elect that was going to be in this great weight, right? This is going to be all Hebrews that are going to do what?
Lay aside every weight.
You're going to have to lay aside every weight. Go ahead.
And the sin which does so easily beset us.
And the sin that so easily takes you off the path, man. Takes you off the path of righteousness. You have to lay that aside. You got to get rid of that weight. Now we're in the middle of that damn weight. That's what the scripture is showing us. That's what this breakdown is showing us. We're here in the middle of that. What other nation is in a land where they're surrounded by so much that is anti their own culture? Think about that. There's no other nation. The Chinese that come here, and yeah, they eating all the same foods as they can eat over there in China, right? They tend to have sex with little kids like they do over there, right? The Arabs come over, hey, land of pedophilia. Welcome to Islam. You might as well be the same place over there, right? Every other nation could come here and enjoy their own culture, basically. But we come here and everything here is anti who we are. The faggotry, we ain't into that. Right. As a nation, we ain't into that. That's something that got to be like persuaded on us by the other nations, right? They gotta make that look so sensual and everything like that, and try to make it look good and really pump that into us, and even change the chemicals of the food, right, just to get us into that. But these other nations are naturally into that, man. They come over here, like, oh, okay, well, they already coming over here faggots. They got faggots in Islam, they got faggots in Buddhism, right? They got faggots in India, right? So that's already in their culture. But when we come over here, when we got shipped over here, they had to try to make sure they raped us. They had to try to make sure that they put the things in the food that was gonna change your hormonal content and make you make you not grow up into a masculine man. You know what I mean? They want to introduce soybeans. Soybeans, they already doing that in China and Japan, right? Tofu, everything, soybean, everything. That wasn't our diet. Sitting around eating tofu and soybeans and growing titties for men. That wasn't our diet.
That's what soybeans does. It gives you the estrogen.
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. They got to try to feminize you when you get over here. They got to really pump that in because that's not our culture. That's a weight they dropping on us. You understand? What you got?
And that's crazy because, like, the food you just named, like, they make it seem like it's vegan food. They tell you,
like it's healthy.
Right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like regular food.
Yeah, so you trying to run away from the polluted meats they got over here. You run the other way into the veganism, and now you eating all the estrogen you can eat, right? For what? Because that's not your culture. You wouldn't naturally lock into that. All the other nations do, but our nation got to be persuaded, enticed.
Something attached to it.
Yeah, right.
There's always a booby prize. Yeah, you got to be like, be a faggot. We'll give you a good job. Be a faggot. We'll give you $1 million to dress up in a dress. Right. Be a faggot. We'll give you $1 million to snort some coke. Whatever it is. There's always like faggot attached to everything. It's like, just be gay and we'll give you whatever. Be gay for the money. Be gay for the riches. Be gay to get the girl. Like, I heard somebody say, it's like, you got to be gay to get girls. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Wow. At this point, yes.
But at this point, yeah, chicks would rather hang out with a faggot than a real man. So that's what they pushing.
Yep.
That's what they pushing on us. We have to be enticed into the wickedness that wasn't inbred in us naturally. So that's what the scriptures are saying about that wickedness being in the middle of us. Where you at one more time?
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1, last precept.
Go ahead.
And let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
So we got to get rid of those things. We got to get rid of that wickedness and that sin that weighs us down, that slows us down, especially in this day and age. You got to try to avoid as much of that wickedness as possible. And it's hard. That's why he said it was lead.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's like, okay, I'm trying to eat right, but they're spraying cow manure on the vegetables. I mean pig manure on the vegetables.
Feeding it to the fish.
Right? They're making embryonic stem cells a flavoring agent so that you're eating people.
Yeah, you're drinking babies.
Y'all see that?
You Coca-Cola drinkers.
Yeah, like no matter what you try to do to escape, they try to just lay that weight on you and mess your spirit up.
It's a flavoring, bro. That's what they do.
Yeah, when you say a natural flavor or vanilla flavor or something like that. Yeah.
Baby embryos or badger. It's like a badger gland also. That's what they use to make like strawberry artificial flavoring, vanilla artificial flavoring, like badger gland. You ain't supposed to eat badger. That's just one weight.
Yeah. So we got, and then on top of that, you got all the things, all the influences, and that's all the stuff we've been going over in our latest classes, right? All the stuff that they put in your past. All the stuff they raised you with, all the little cliches, all the little hallmark moments, all the little stuff that was anti-scripture, anti-you. Y'all see that? They filled you with movies where the dude is, in order to be the hero, he got to be trying to fight an entire country by himself with one knife for his girl. You see that? If he's a CEO and he's rich and everything like that, he got to be doing all that to come home and see his girl cheating on him. Mm-hmm. And then still, I forgive you. We'll work it out. And please don't leave me, babe. And I'm crying. Y'all see that? All that BS they try to pollute your brain with, it was anti-you. They do that in the other nations, though, man. The French, they share their women and don't bathe and don't want to put they shave their damn armpits and everything for the women. The men run around with their teeth falling out because they don't want to brush them. That's cool, but that's your culture. That's French culture. You understand?
Isn't menage a trois a French word?
Yeah.
That's
house of three in French. But now you coming over here to America. America makes all that famous, right?
Oh, you ain't never had a threesome? You missing out.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like I took French class and you didn't learn menage a trois unless you asked
Right.
because you learned it in America.
Right.
You understand?
Cows will make you act like you ain't living if you ain't had like a threesome.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm good.
I got one penis.
Right.
What good is that? That means
somebody's missing out.
Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna have no girl French kissing that other girl's waist production unit and then sticking her tongue all in my mouth. That ain't gonna happen. Like, but this is the land where that's okay. That's acceptable. And you even got some of these nasty ass so-called Israelites. They be on damn Instagram posting this stuff where the cartoon with the dude's face all the way up this chick's clitoris, man.
What the?
You understand? Like they've influenced all the way to where our people are trying to make that society part of biblical society.
Right.
That's why it's a weight, man. You can't shake it off of you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You try to come in and be a Hebrew, and you're scrolling through, and you're like, damn, okay, he got a Hebrew name, she got a Hebrew name, I'm a friend then, right? I want to unify my nation. Next thing you know, they over there smoking a blunt and putting on memes that you got to go down on your woman and da-da-da-da-da, right?
You're talking about Christ ain't real.
Yeah.
Like,
while they rocking a Hebrew name, you like, what? Because why? That weight is so heavy on them that they couldn't even lift it off. And then you know, all these things, they influence your mind through your past, through your present, through media, all that, right? And you can't even shake it off. So now it's this great weight, this lead weight on you.
You know what just hit me?
What's that?
Where the Most High said, if we follow the commandments, we be above all nations, right? The wisdom is supposed to do what? What is wisdom supposed to do? What, according to the scripture in Deuteronomy?
Wisdom is supposed to be our.
No. If the Most High said he was going to put us above all nations, what does wisdom do if you're above? If you're down here and you have wisdom and it lifts you up, what does it do?
Oh, it's going to keep you up.
It lifts you up. You know what hit me with this? It's like the wisdom is not being applied. So the wickedness is what held us down. You see that? Even though it's a great weight, you better get your weight lifted. You better start bench pressing. You better get them 45s on. You know what I'm saying? You better start hitting them commandments because that's what's going to lift us above and get us out of this wickedness. You see? So even though it's a great weight, we're achieving. We're achieving slowly but surely, and it's about step by step, day by day, getting better, right? Trying to get perfect. That's what it's about. So even with this, I read it and I'm like, man, when you look at all the things they do, like I was thinking about, because you got like the alkaline thing at your house, right?
Right.
And I'm like, you got all these people, like, your setup is perfect because you got these people that are like, yeah, my filtered water. I got to have my filtered water. But then it's like you shower in the filthy water and your body absorbs it. So it's almost like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You might as well just drink the water that comes out the faucet because your skin absorbs it. It's your biggest organ.
Right.
So it's just one of those things where it's like, my filtered water, but then you go shower in the filthy.
Yeah.
It's that weight. It pulls you down, but you just can't let these little things hold you down. You got to just try to do what you can do every day. Every day. You got something?
Nah, it was right along with what you were saying. It's in the Apocrypha. This is Ecclesiasticus 11:1.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 1. Wisdom lifteth up the head of him that is of low degree, and maketh him.
You see that? What does it say wisdom do?
It says lifting him up the head of
Wait,
him.
wisdom's supposed to keep you down?
Lift
stay in the same estate?
Lift up the head of him.
You supposed to be an Israelite vagabond?
Lift up the head of him.
I'm going to engraft my knowledge into the wisdom.
Wisdom lifted up the head of him.
Yeah, you're supposed to lift your head. Wisdom is supposed to lift you so you can see what's around you. You ever see them people that walk around with their head down? They're just bumping into things. You're supposed to walk with your eyes circumspect. That's what wisdom affords you that luxury to do, is to be able to see your surroundings. When your head is up, you're supposed to be watching and looking. And what's my next move? How is the Most High guiding me? It says wisdom lift up the head. Go ahead.
Of him that is of low degree.
You see that? It takes you from a low degree and it lifts you up. Just like it says in Deuteronomy. If we follow the commandments, we be set on high above all nations of the earth.
And that's why I said this society is anti our culture, man. Because everything they promote, everything they engage in, everything they make famous has to do with bringing you down.
Yep.
Has to do with getting you high, getting you slow, getting you stupid, bringing down. Even if you're into the the vibrations of people, you know what I mean? It wants to bring your frequency down, man. Wants to put you thinking about sex, drugs, and money. That's it. You the basest form of being on the planet. Yeah. That's all you end up. That's all they got you geared to think about, and that's to weigh you down, man. That weighs you down, but wisdom is going to elevate you. It's going to lift you above all that madness, man. It's supposed to.
Supposed to.
All right. So that's why he said, let's lay aside every weight and that sin that so easily beset us. That we got to get rid of this lead weight, man. We can't be bogged down and held down by this same weight that we're in the midst of, man. We're that woman in the midst of that ephah. In the midst of that lead weight. You understand?
What was that? Ecclesiastes is what?
11:1.
11.
Go back to
Zechariah.
Go back to Zechariah. Where you at?
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 8.
Read verse 7 again.
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 7.
Go ahead.
And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead.
So we know that talent of lead is that heaviness, right? Go ahead.
Right, sorry, we're not that woman. I said that wrong. We're not that woman in the midst of the ephah.
We are the ephah.
We're the ones that weight is on.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. So the talent of lead equals that heaviness, right? Go ahead.
And this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah.
And the woman is Babylon the Great, right? So all that wickedness is in the midst of Babylon with the chosen, with the ephah. Like we just broke down, we're in the midst of all these things weighing us down, trying to keep us away from the Most High. Y'all got that? Come, go to verse 8.
Verse 8.
Well, let's do this. Actually, so we got to break down who this woman is, because we say the woman is Babylon the Great. So, go to Revelation 17.
Revelation chapter 17.
No. Hold on. Let me get there. We're going to go to Revelation. No, it's Revelation 17:1. Give me one. Yeah, go to Revelation 17:1.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 1.
Y'all all got it?
And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 bells, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither.
Okay, so, go ahead.
I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Right, so the angel was going to reveal the mystery of the whore that sit on many waters. The waters equal the nations.
Are we off?
The waters equal the nations. Different nations, different kindreds, different tongues. All right? So the waters equal different nations, kindreds, and tongues. Go to Revelation, and for that, go to Revelation 17 and verse 15.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 15. And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest were the where the horse sitteth, are people.
They're what?
Are people.
Go ahead.
And multitudes.
Go ahead.
And nations.
Go ahead.
And tongues.
There it is. So the scriptures are edifying themselves. So I love the Bible, man. It edifies itself. So it's telling you right here that the waters are the nations. Different peoples, multitudes, nations, tongues, kindreds. Okay? Go back to 17 and 1.
17 and 1.
Go ahead.
And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore.
So the great whore. The great whore is Babylon the Great, which would be America today. And for anybody that has walked in, we're basically breaking down Zechariah chapter 5. Okay? For those of you that online that just tuned in, we started class because we didn't get any questions. If y'all have y'all questions, we'll get to them. But we're breaking down Zechariah chapter 17 and verse 5. Or Zechariah chapter 5, excuse me. So the great whore equals America. Okay?
Now, you know why we got to do this is because the scriptures don't say America.
Right.
All right? Just like they don't say England, France, Germany, Britain, Luxembourg, Sweden. None of these nations that are on the earth are in the Bible. There's only a few that still exist today, and they were called the same thing in the Bible. Right? Ethiopia, Assyria, right? Those places like that, they're still the same name in the Bible. But where's Mesopotamia at? Where's Elam? Where's Ashkenaz? Where are these places at now? They didn't just disappear.
Magog.
Y'all see that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we got to understand the reason we're having to clarify this is because it's not in there like that. It's given by its representation. The name is evident to you based off the spiritual content of that place as described in the Bible. You understand?
God.
All right.
It's just like how they do you now. Where's Judah? Where's Benjamin? Where's Levi? We know about the spirit. We know about what happened. We know the name's been changed over time. Right?
God.
So where you at? It says the great whore, right?
God, that sitteth upon many
waters. So the whore equals America. Okay? Go to Revelation 17 and 18.
God, Revelation chapter 17, verse 18.
Go ahead.
And the woman which thou sawest is that great city.
What's that great city? What's considered that great city, no matter where you are in the world? America. Everybody considers it a great kingdom, a great country. Everybody wants to come to America, live the American dream.
They make movies about coming.
They make movies, yeah, coming to America. Come on, that's my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bro. Or one of them. I'm gonna say one of them. That's a classic. But it just shows you though. Think about that movie. They came here. They were rich. They were richer than anything. They were African rich. They had gold. They had their own. He had his face on his own money. He still wanted to come to America because he heard how great it was. So he could find him a woman.
Proverbs 12:26.
What's that?
Righteous is where I said
Yeah.
There you go.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
See that? So no matter what kingdom on this earth, America is that one that seduces them. It tries to influence them to say it's better over here, right? Then they get here and they're like, damn, I was a doctor in my country, now you got me sweeping floors, driving taxis, working at Quickie Mart.
Working at McDowell's.
Right.
That's what happened. He was a king, came over at the mop floors.
Right. McDowell's.
McDowell's. He was working at McDowell's. Come on. But even the it's funny. Even the movies show you This dude had his own money printed. He had people worshiping him, and he got to come to America and mop floors because he was seduced into the American dream. Like all our people. All our people that come from the islands, West Indies, they think that they're going to come to America and money's just going to fall off of trees. Hell nah. They're making your ass work. And you might have to do something strange for a little piece of change. That's what ends up happening. They're making you holler for $1. And not in a good way. Because you're turning into a damn homo. Or a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful, man. We get seduced into the ways of this world because we're not paying attention. We don't look at the pros and cons. Where we at?
17 and 18. Oh, probably.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished my
Go back to our Revelations 17 and 18.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
And the woman which thou sawest is that great city,
Right.
which reigned over the kings of the earth.
Right. So they're showing you what country today, what do they call America? What do they refer to America as in comparison to all the other countries?
Man, the free.
No, they call America Big Brother. Think about it. Ain't nobody gonna go against this big bro.
We're a superpower.
Yeah, we're the superpower of all the superpowers. America is the superpower of all. They got all the nukes, all the guns, all the technology. You look at them wrong, they want to blow you off the map. They got provinces set up in every other country. Right? You go to any other country, there's a U.S. embassy in every single country. Why? What's up?
I was going to say something for Russia after today.
What happened today? I wasn't.
Oh, Russia kicked them out.
Damn.
Russia
Who
was
they playing?
He kicked out like over 700
Americans?
Nah, like officials that worked for the American government that was over there.
Yeah, Russia ain't playing.
Yeah.
So I guess after today, there's one country less. But still, America is in everybody's business, man. They are the ones that rule over all the kingdoms. If you don't see it, because they're the influence. You know, we talk to these Israeli cats inside the mall, and they tell us all the things that happen in Israel. You talk about the abortion rate is one of the highest in the world. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Israel?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because they're lawless. They don't believe in the Most High out there. A lot of them cats is atheists. The only ones that's really sticking to anything is the old school. The old school ones. These new cats, they got, bro, come on. In Tel Aviv, they got homosexual clubs. They got a couple of them.
Pink City.
What is that? What it's called?
Pink City.
Pink City. Damn. That's wild. Pink City. But you look at it, man. They coming from the Holy Land. But then you look at them working in the mall. They on drugs. They all coked out because they're being influenced of what they see here: money, drugs, and hoes. All they do is talk about having sex with a bunch of chicks. I'm about to bang this chick. I'm gonna do anal with this chick. I'm gonna do this with this chick. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to be in your Torah? They're like, no, I'm atheist. I'm like, oh yeah, you getting influenced by this country, man.
Well, that's the thing. That ain't even the influence of this country. That's what their nature is. They're the descendants of Esau.
Right.
They like I said, this is their culture.
Right.
So it didn't influence them. It made them feel like this is a place to fit in. Yep. You understand? Because that land, that rejects people like that. You understand? When we go back in the past, right, when we were reading 2 Kings 17, and we're reading about how they put those other people in our land, and the land started eating them up. The lions started coming on them, right? Started coming and eating them up, right? That land is rejecting them. They know that they're not in their rightful place, being over there, being faggots and being on drugs and doing all that. So they come over here, where it's more natural to do it. Y'all see that? And they go and pollute everywhere else because they know they shouldn't be doing that in that land. You understand? That's our place over there. Everything was made there. That's why the coca leaf, that don't grow over there. That opium, it don't grow in that part.
Right.
You got to go to like places like Afghanistan and everything like that to get that opium. You got all them drugs are not coming from over there. Because that land is not for that. You understand? And if we did use it for any use, it was medicine, and we knew that. But they go over there, they pervert everything. That's in their nature, man. So when they come over here and they all coke and they faggots and everything, that's because they're not Israelites. That should show you that. For them to open up gay clubs in the in the Holy Land?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
A few of them too. That's the thing.
That's their nature. That's that profane man like Esau. Y'all understand? So if you got a profane people living over there in our land, those can't be the Jews. If they got the same spirit on them as the man Esau did, where they're profane and they want to profane the actual Holy Land, guess what? You're dealing with Edomites in our land. You're not dealing with Ashkenaz. You're not dealing with the real Jews. You're dealing with a bunch of just faggots and homosexual tribe of Esau over there. All right? We the real Jews over here under this lead weight, man. Where you at?
Where y'all at?
That was the end of verse 18.
Oh, no, Revelations?
Yeah, Revelation
17 and 18. From there, go to Revelation 17 and 2.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants.
Actually, you don't have to. Don't scratch that one. Scratch that one.
Verse 3.
No. Go back to
Zechariah 5?
no, actually do that. 17 and 2. I'm sorry. Revelation 17 and 2.
Come. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication,
Right?
and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
You see that? So it's just showing you that the kings of the earth, all the other nations, are influenced by this woman. So we know the woman represents, showing you that the woman represents Babylon, America, and how all the other nations around have been influenced.
And see, now we're getting to where, because there's another scripture we went over before where it talked about because they were virgins. That these are washed their garments in the blood of the Lamb and they were virgins. It didn't mean they never had sex before. It meant they never messed with this whore. Y'all understand? They never let themselves be defiled by this whore, Babylon, man. They never went into this woman right here. So these are going to be y'all kids, man. These are going to be y'all next generation, hopefully. Y'all got a chance now, if y'all want to be good fathers, good mothers, good parents, to raise up the next generation, that those will be those virgins, man, that didn't mess with America and their ways, that wasn't defiled with pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, that wasn't defiled with homosexuality, that wasn't defiled with that mindset of, oh, it's okay to have sex with a dog, let me go try that. But see, you got to guard your kids from that. This is the weight. This is how hard it is. It's like, that's why Christ said that. Woe to them that give suck in those days, man. Talking about woe for them babies, man, because they ain't going to have a chance. Grow up in this nation, you don't got a snowball's chance in hell of growing up normal, of growing up sane, of growing up righteous. You're going to grow up some kind of messed up, man. You're going to have seen something that you should not have seen, that no human should have ever seen. You're going to have heard about something that no human should hear about. You're going to have personally been a victim of things that no human should be a victim of. Right. Why? Because America loves that. This whore, they love every defiled thing, man. They love to mess with everything, just like a whore, man. Right? You ain't never seen a hoe turn down $1. Hey girl, I want to take you in a room and pee on you, and then I want to throw you in a what do they call those? A porta potty. Turn it upside down, and I'm gonna pay you about $5,000.
Pay $5. Yep.
Right. Less. Judo. He'll do it for life. Instagram.
Come on.
But that's why if they can either grow up without a single chance of being normal kids, of being Israelite children, of being righteous, or you can pull them out of that mind state. You know what I'm saying? You could obey Micah 2 and 10. Not depart, leave America, but depart, leave its ways, leave the mindset. You yourself got to do it so that your kids have a chance. So they don't travel down to them. So they don't want to be whoremongers and just bang everything they see on sight. So they don't grow up to be little hoes, and she just wants to let everybody fill her up until she can figure out who's Mr. Right. You understand?
God.
Y'all with me?
God.
This is the mindset we got to depart from.
Yeah.
All right?
That thought mind state, that I'm a pimp mind state. You know, go back to Revelation 17 and 2.
God.
Read that again.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Yeah, that
you was going to add something?
I have a scripture to go with that.
What you got? Oh, go ahead.
17 and 2.
Yeah.
Can I read
And
it?
just get it real quick. What do you got?
It's Jeremiah 51 verse 6.
And let me just say this: that fornication, just like Priest Baldwin was going over, that's that idolatry, man. That's that accept. First of all, it's the accepting of it, because it's gonna be there. But that's you accepting it, accepting the religion, accepting the holidays, accepting the idolatry, accepting the mark of the beast. That's what that is. Where you at?
Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 6.
Uh-huh.
It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon.
Do what?
Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to flee? Are we supposed to just pack up and run? If we all packed up right now and run, how the hell are they going to continue to get taught? How? Go ahead, what's up?
I was going to say too, I mean, with the scripture that we're reading and the scripture that Revelation 17 and 2,
Yeah.
it's influenced the whole world. So
Right.
all nations have drunken from the cup.
So where you going to run to?
You can't flee anywhere.
Right. You got people talking about go to Peru, like Peru is like uncharted territory.
Well,
Like-
they're saying that that's where Israel
No.
usually was.
Yeah, like Peru is the motherland.
It's the
No.
mountains or something.
First of all, Peru is not uncharted territory. There's wickedness in Peru, homosexuals, pedophiles, drugs. Man, first of all, listen, they eat people in Peru. Y'all didn't know that. They're cannibals out there. They make movies about it. I remember we used to joke with Lahab and call him the man eater. He was from Peru. He was from Peru, but we used to joke with him like, man, you're not eating people. We know your tribesmen, bro. They turn into cannibals. But there's wickedness out there. You can't flee from it and think you're gonna run to some other country just because you're not in America. No, America doesn't influence anybody, like the brother said. So you're not gonna be able to run from it.
And it says, be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the
Be
time.
not what?
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Yeah, you don't get cut off from the Most High dealing with her iniquity, dealing with the whore's iniquity. Don't kill your blessing. Don't die for her sin. You got to come up out of that. Come out of her, my people, and be not a partaker of her sin. Go ahead.
For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
And is he not? We just talked about that with the brother when we was doing flyers.
Yep.
And we were showing him how, he said the Most High, what he asked? He asked, if God is real, how come he's not doing anything? And then they went into some other question, but then we took him to Amos, where it says the Most High will do nothing. But then we showed him that the Most High is actually doing things, where he's sending these spirits out, and this destruction on the earth, and these famines. The Most High is talking. You just ain't listening. You looking for some white naked angels to pop out the sky and come talk to you. That's not what's going to happen. He said, I will not meet you as a man. So you're going to get hit with plagues and famines and diseases. You're going to get hit with plagues of the mind where you can't even accept wisdom. You're going to get hit with that reprobate spirit, right? So we got to be careful of these things. We don't want to get hit with that recompense of the Most High. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. We don't want to fall into the hands of those spirits, man. Because you're going to get, well, like I always say, whatever you put into that ground is what's going to grow. You reap what you sow. The Most High is not mocked. So we got to be careful of that. Read that again. I like that.
Verse 6 actually keeps going too.
Okay.
Verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her.
He says, deliver every man his soul. We missed that part. How you deliver a man his soul? Cry aloud. Isaiah 58. Iniquity. When you pull yourself up by the elbows and man, come on up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He will answer her a.
It's been a what? Go ahead. Yeah. What's up?
So it's like,
yeah. So it looks appealing. It's like, get that. I gotta, man. All you got street porn. Second Street. You missing out on something. You ain't missing out on nothing. The fact it's walking around freely. Kissing. Isn't it a... Go ahead.
The nations have drunken of her wine.
They did.
Wine.
Yeah, that wine is that influence. This was your nations around her. Now, this is the Madame. It's a street whore. She's teaching the way. America, because he. How the hell y'all let home?
At least Trump's. The cats and wanted to commit.
All the whole. That's why they made him talk.
That was Revelation 14:4, where it says, "For they are virgins," because these people did not sleep with this whore. They did not get defiled by this whore, America. You understand?
Con.
It's not, obviously it's not talking about sleeping with women because it said they weren't defiled with women. You understand? Do y'all?
Yeah, when you lay with a woman, you're not defiled.
Yeah, that's not a defilement. It's not like eating pork and shrimp and everything like that. You're unclean until evening, but you're not defiled. You have not committed an abomination. You understand?
God.
But when you mess with just about any of the ways of America, you're defiled, man. Like, they try to defile you down to your DNA and everything. You can't even, you having sex and they got lambskin condoms. Like, you just banged the sheep for 2 hours.
Damn.
But I'm allergic to rubber. Then you shouldn't be sleeping with that woman. If you can't, that's the Most High trying to tell you, don't sleep with her. If you can't hit it raw, don't sleep with her.
Yeah, because you probably ain't trying to make her a wife. You're probably just doing some whoredom.
Right. Not saying condoms are evil. You understand? But if you can't do it, if you can't do it because you're allergic to rubber, and then you shouldn't be doing it at all, man. You understand? You gonna strap a lamb to it?
It's culture, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I said America's got a defiled mentality to it. They're defiling everything. They raise you up on little kid movies with women kissing frogs, with women kissing beasts. You didn't even know what animal the damn thing was. It had a boar's head and a lion's body and a man's feet, ox's feet or whatever, right? Yeah, Beauty and the Beast, man.
I'm still struggling.
Beauty and the Beast. That sounds like some nasty porno site.
Yeah.
How you got that as a kids movie? And then we can't figure out why these cats is growing up having sex with horses and donkeys and fish and you know what I mean, they got Facebook videos with them letting fish top them off and everything. You like, where did this come from? Where did this mindset come from?
Oh yeah, snakes.
Because they let television raise their kids, and they let them get polluted with this whore, man. They trusted their kids to this whore America. You understand? So our generation, man, hopefully our generation, our children's generation, is not going to be defiled with this woman. All right.
Good.
That's what we're trying to show you.
Yeah. Where you at? Finish up where you at.
Verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed.
Jump back to Revelation.
Go ahead.
Jump back to Revelation. So where are we at? Revelation 17 and 2, right?
Revelation chapter, well,
Just to go along with that, or is it Revelation 17 and 2, that Jeremiah 51 and 6 through 7 goes right along with it. Read it again, 17 and 2.
with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
Go ahead.
And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Yeah, so we know the fornications have been, it's the influence, the acceptance of the doctrines, the religion, the philosophy of America, all their sciences, their technologies, all the things that, like we were talking about earlier, all the things that are anti-Israel, all the things that hold us down as this weight. That's the fornications. All right, go to verse 3 in Revelation. So what we're doing right now, I know we're not in Zechariah, but what we're doing, we're breaking down step by step this woman, okay, and what this woman represents. That's why we're in Revelation. So we're breaking down, we're explaining what this woman is, what she's about. We getting her measurements, man. We checking her out. You know what I mean? What is it? 54, 36, 56? No, I never understood that. we getting her government, man. We seeing what's up. So where you at? Read verse 3.
Verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Right. So the Most High basically opened up the spirit realm to John, okay, to show him a vision. Y'all get that? So we know the woman. Who's the woman represent? Class?
America.
Right? Well, you want to say Babylon, which is America. Babylon the Great. America, the woman equals Babylon the Great equals America. You always want to have that in there. That way because people are going to be like, America? How the hell? No. So that's why we're breaking it down step by step. Right?
Go ahead.
So the scarlet red. Who thinks they know what that represents? The scarlet red. We're talking about this nation.
What is the scarlet?
Scarlet red. This is the color red.
What's the scarlet?
Scarlet red. You never heard like scarlet red? Like a deep. It's like red. It's
red.
Like it's a color.
It's the. Is it the blood of the people that's been killed?
Wow.
Does that represent that? No.
The scarlet red. It's the color of a beast. It's the Edomite nation.
Oh, that was my next guess.
All right, the scarlet red, the color of a beast. It's the Edomite nation. I'm here, just yeah. Oh, I forgot glasses.
Write that down.
Yeah, write that down. Yeah. Oh yeah, you want to write all this down. This is breaking down. Because think about it. Do you know what the scarlet red represents? Right. That's why you want to write it down so you go back and look it over. Remember, man, these breakdowns, like we were saying earlier, like Thalwin was saying earlier, if you don't have the precepts to go along with it, it can seem like you're just reaching. Like, oh yeah, the red equals Esau because they're red. You got to be able to prove all things. Hold fast to that which is good. You got to be able to prove it. I'm at 17.3, yeah. And now I'm going to jump to 12 and 3. So where we at? Should be at Revelations 12 and 3.
Yeah, second precept, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Wait. Start at 12 and 3. Revelations 12 and 3, yeah. Because we're going to show you what the scarlet red colored beast is.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven.
Right.
And behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns.
All right, so the 7 heads. You want to write this down. The 7 heads equal the seven leading empires of the so-called white man / Edomite nation. The 7 leading empires of the so-called white man or Edomite nation. I'm going to give you those nations. Let me know when you're ready.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. The 7 heads equals the 7 leading empires of the so-called white man / Edomite nation. The first nation is the Greeks. Second is the Romans. And you have the Spanish. And you have the French. Then you have the German. Then you have the Russian. And then you have the British, the Brits. All right, so the 7 heads are the 7 leading empires of the so-called Edomite nation.
I was gonna ask.
What's that?
You know the list that you went in. It was Greek, Rome, Spanish, French, Russia, Great Britain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like how they came into power too,
Mm-hmm.
because like the Greeks came in first, then the Romans, then the Romans, Spanish.
Roman, Spanish, French. Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah, we got it.
And we had a question online. It was Isaiah 28:1. Woe to the crown of pride. Just throw this in real fast. Woe to the crown of pride, to the drunkards of Ephraim. You want to know who the crown of pride was? The crown of pride is explained in verse 3. All right? So that's for Nathan down there in Trinidad. The crown of pride is described in verse 3, where it says, the crown of pride, the drunkards of Ephraim. All right? So that tribe of Ephraim had become drunkards and also when you read about Ephraim, it's referring to the 9.5 a lot of times. All right, so it's referring to the 9.5 tribes that was in their pride. All right, just to knock that question up.
All right, so we got what the 7 heads are, right?
Con.
Read where you at, Ray.
Verse 3.
No, you got to finish off. It says, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads. Go ahead.
And 10 horns,
Uh-huh.
and 7 crowns upon his head.
Okay, so the 10 horns. The 10 horns equal the 10 supporting Edomite empires. They're not power nations, but they support monetarily and with their military and with other resources.
So you asking, you said, are those nations called something today? Which nations? The first one, the 7 heads, or the 10 horns?
The 7 heads.
Yeah, the 7 heads one. They're not collectively called anything. You probably know them as the United Nations, but but the 7 heads, those nations he went through. Which ones? Say those again.
Greek, Romans, Spanish, French, German, Russian, British.
Right. All right. Now, when he gets into the 10 horns, they're going to be known as in the 80s and early 90s. They were known as the EEC, which is the European Economical Community. All right.
EEC. Yep.
And then that got changed to the with the EU, right? The European Union.
Right, so the 10 horns are the 10 supporting Edomite empires, not power figures, but support their nation monetarily, militarily, and resourcefully. Meaning they give money. They'll send troops. There's a war going on with one of these nations. They'll send their troops over. They'll send their armies over. Militarily, resourcefully. They need food, they need water, whatever, a famine, they'll send those resources over. Gold, diamonds, whatever they have, they'll make sure they distribute it with these other nations. Okay?
Good.
And like Priest Solomon was saying, they're known as the 10 common markets. At that time, the EEC, European Economical Community. And I'll list those. Let me know. Number 2, Norway. Oh, excuse me. Number 4, Norway. Triple. Number 5 is Brussels. Number 6, Denmark. Man, these countries got dough. Number 7, Luxembourg. Luxembourg. Number 8, the Netherlands. Number 9, Switzerland.
And again, you know, the reason it is saying that you got the 7 heads, right? They're the ones you see, and you know they're running the show, right? But these 10 they're on the low, man. Like the Netherlands, the hell war they ever been involved in? Oh, they were in it, but they were the bankers.
Yeah.
Sweden, they was holding all the money, and they was making all that money on the interest, and then they was putting the other country in debt. And that's why, you know, you look at America, we're $7 trillion in debt to who? To them. To these 10 hordes. To these little guys you don't see coming, man. You understand?
God.
All right, so you gotta know what's going on in your world around you, because these banks are not set up. These central banks, they're not set up for any other reason but to make that country go in debt. That's why right now you pay a federal income tax. You don't pay an American income tax. You pay a federal income tax because they set up a federal bank or a central bank, and they control all the wealth of the country. They're the ones that accept all the wealth of that country and send it off to these people.
Because isn't that federal bank like set up by the Brits?
Yeah.
Something like that? You when you pay your federal income tax, you're paying the Brits?
There you go.
Yeah.
Which is, again, all run by the fake Jews.
Right.
All that. So
you're paying the Brits every time you pay some federal income tax. The British. You got to think about it. You're sitting here slaving away for your hard-earned dollar in America, but somebody else is getting that money in a whole nother country.
That's what I don't understand. Like, if we paying, why are we paying the Brits? You know what I'm saying? Seeing that they so-called, you know what I'm saying?
Independent from them?
Emancipation, yeah.
Because they didn't get their emancipation. You still paying them. You owe. Reparations is due. Y'all gonna pay. You gotta look at a lot of different things that they throw on us, man, like the Social Security numbers and things like that. That's to keep track of that. So when you put money into that, you're just paying somebody else. That's why it kills me, man, how our people were so invested into these jobs that they throw us for a little change, and we invest so much manpower and brain power and spirit into these jobs, and you ain't even getting a quarter of what you're worth. You're not even getting a percentage of what you're worth, because you're worth so much more, physically and spiritually. But you just looking at the carnal like, yeah, I get $10 an hour, yay! But they raping you on the back end. They take taxes every 2 weeks, then at the end of the year. Who said that? Chris Rock said that. It's a crackhead move. I used to watch Chris Rock back in the day. He's like, how you gonna ask me for money now and then come back and ask for money? But the point is, because why? They gotta keep up paying these other countries. They gotta finance these other countries and their wars and their, bro, come on, man. If you ever if you ever just jump on like a map, if you could ever get on like Google Maps and look at some of these countries and their infrastructure, America got nothing on these countries, man. You go like Istanbul, Turkey, and you look at how they got everything set up. You like, what the hell? You ain't never seen nothing like that in America, the way they have everything, their cities set up, all nice and pretty, beautiful buildings. America ain't got nothing on these countries, man. As far as that, because they're just dishing out all the money to them. Well, let's get back. Number 10, right?
Yeah, what's number 10?
Number 10 is France. Menage a trois. No. Menage. No. Right? So we got the 10 horns. So we read verse 3. Jump to Revelations chapter. So we're basically breaking down the scarlet red. The color, it's a colored beast. It's the Edomite nation. So we read verse 3. So if you look at it, the 7 heads, the 10 horns, are those not all Edomite nations? Every one of these, right? They come from Esau. Every one of these nations. Listen, man, the scripture says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. These nations control the earth. They're all what?
Wicked.
They're all Esau.
Oh, Esau.
Yeah, you got to think about that. I just threw that out there for those people. Go to verse 9 in Revelations. Revelations 12 and verse 9.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 9.
Go ahead.
And the great dragon.
And the what?
And the great dragon.
Go ahead.
Was cast out.
Go ahead.
That old serpent.
Okay, so who is this talking about?
Serpent in Genesis.
Right. What nation of people?
Oh, Esau.
Right. Go ahead.
Called the devil.
Go ahead.
And Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Right. So we're basically breaking down this beast, this red-colored beast. Who was the nation that deceived the whole world?
Called the devil.
No, what
Esau.
nation was it?
Esau.
It was the nation of Esau, right? They're the ones. Aren't they deceiving us now? They're telling you that you ain't the Israelites. They're calling you a Mexican. Ain't that a deception? It's a grand deception. They tell you Christ ain't real. God ain't real. They tell you can cut your penis off and make it a vagina. Come on, if that's not deception. They give you the 1, 2, 3 steps on how to do it yourself. Pretty soon that's going to happen. They're going to give you the home kit on how to transsexualize yourself.
DIY.
The DIY kit on how to do the snip. I mean, come on, man. They're already giving you like home abortions. You take a damn pill, and next thing you know, you're bleeding for 3 days. Oh, you've been pregnant for 2 weeks? 6 weeks? Take this big ass pill. Bleed for 3 days, and you're no longer pregnant. Wow. You see that? They're deceiving us, man. The great dragon. This is how we know who it is. This is how we know who is talking about that scarlet red. Go to let's see. No, go to Revelation 13 and verse 1. So that scarlet red represents a colored beast, which equals an Edomite nation. So we hit Revelations 12 and 3, Revelations 12 and 9. Let's go to Revelations 13 and verse 1.
God. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea,
right,
having 7 heads.
We already went over the 7 heads, right? The leading empires of the so-called Edomite nation. Go ahead.
And 10 horns.
We already went over the 10 horns. Those are the supporting Edomite nations. Go ahead.
And upon his horns 10 crowns.
Go ahead.
And upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Who blasphemes the name of the Most High? In everything. It don't matter what it is. Everything they do is blasphemy. Everything they give you is to go against, like we said, to go against the Most High. To keep that weight on you, to keep you down. What nation of people is doing that?
Esau.
Genesis chapter 25.
Verse 25.
Go to Genesis, he was read all over like a hairy beast.
25.
Genesis 25 and 25, yeah.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 25.
Why do we go to Genesis 25 only for this? No, go ahead, read that.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 25.
Uh-huh.
And the first came out red.
He came out what?
Red.
Came out red. Go ahead.
All over like an hairy garment.
Speaking about the Edomite. Go ahead, read on.
And they called his name Esau.
Ashashah, wasted away. Esau, the Edomite, the father of the Edomite nation. He's the father of the 7 heads and the 10 horns. He's the father of these nations. So that scarlet red is talking about the Edomite nations. Okay? Y'all got that? Go back to Revelations 12. So we breaking down this woman, man, because you really got to see. You know, for all, I hate to say it and bring it up, but you got all these cats talking about the white man ain't Esau. I mean, come on, man. Come on, this right here is busting it down for you. It's busting it down. It ain't breaking it. It's busting it down for you. I'm gonna bust it down. This is what these scriptures do. But see, when you have these precepts to be able to edify and show them, they can't refute the scriptures. Can't refute history. This is history. Can't refute it. Where you at?
Revelation chapter 13.
Go back to Revelation chapter 12 and verse 3.
Revelation chapter 12 verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven. Verse 4.
Go ahead.
And did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered for.
Wait, where you at?
4. Verse 4.
Okay, jump back. Go back to go back to Revelation 17.
Verse 4.
And verse 4, yeah.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls.
So when it says the woman was arrayed, all right, that arrayed, that stands for wealth and riches. Is not America the wealthiest country on this earth? So, no. Supposedly. Right. But they are. Because when you talk about everything, not just money, you talk about their military, you talk about their technology. That's wealth. Because when you got a military when you got a military that can defend those that wealth, nobody can mess with you. But that arraying stands for wealth and riches. Go ahead.
And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup.
Now the golden cup, that came up in Jeremiah. The golden cup, this is what it equals. The golden cup means that the Edomite nations acquired all of the wealth it has through lies, cheating, murder, rape, and robbery. Has it not? Has this said the great dragon was cast out to deceive the whole world? What was the point of deceiving the world? To just do it? There had to be an agenda. There has to be reasons. Power, money, riches. That's what they got through deception. It wasn't gained honestly. Okay? Go ahead.
Having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations.
Full of what?
Abominations.
Go ahead.
And filthiness of her fornication.
Go ahead.
And upon her forehead.
So we're at verse 5. We're at Revelation chapter 17 and verse 5. Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery.
So the forehead is talking about the mind. It wasn't written on the actual forehead. It was written in the minds. Okay, so the forehead equals the mind. Go ahead.
Mystery. Babylon, the great, the mother of harlots.
Babylon the great confusion. Think about it. They tell little boys that they can be girls. Is that not confusion?
God.
I mean, damn. They tell them that you ain't even got to pick a sex until you're ready. I told you I read that the other day where the lady was like, I'm not gonna let it pick its sex. Or no, what'd she say? I'm not gonna write it on the birth certificate. I'll wait till it's old enough to pick its own sex. I'm like, but it's a boy. It came out with a penis. How is it gonna pick its own sex? If that's not confusion, where you got transgender bathrooms, homosexuality alone is one of the biggest confused things that a person can do. It's one of the biggest confusions. You gotta be just gone to think that a man is capable of sleeping with a man. You gotta really be gone in your brain. You gotta really be confused. Didn't they used to say that back in the day when when you saw some homos, they be like, you're like, oh, they're just confused.
Right.
Right? It's the great, but now the confusion is so great, you don't know what to think. I'd be confused sometimes, like, what are you? A man, a woman, a horse? What the hell are you? You see these people walking through the mall, you're like, what the hell? You got a woman's body and a man's neck.
Yeah.
And then a chick's head. It's like, come on, man. I'd be confused. It's to the point where you can't decipher between a man or a woman. That's how bad it's getting. That great confusion.
And what you gotta see there is read that again.
God, mystery. Babylon the Great.
See, he said mystery, Babylon the Great. The old ancient Babylon was not a mystery. You understand?
God.
When you go into your Zondervan's, it's going to tell you it's in modern day Iraq now. So there ain't no mystery to it. But what is the mystery? That the place is not still called Babylon. That this is spiritual Babylon. Y'all get that? That what he's talking about right here isn't actual Babylon. It's mystery Babylon. It's the hidden Babylon that the world don't know about because they let this slide in the Bible. They let this Bible pinpoint accurately describe America to a T and didn't even know that it was them. Didn't even know it was saying America. Why? Because he called it Mystery Babylon. Ain't nothing mysterious about ancient Babylon. They were there. They're gone now. And nobody's looking at Babylon no more.
Right.
Y'all see that? But Mystery Babylon is going to be this great nation that everybody knows about, and all these kings have committed this fornication with her, and they all been joined in with her with slavery and her drug trades and all these things. It ain't no mystery to us. Y'all see that? That's why you got to read that Ephesians 3 and 4, because when you see in that word Mystery Babylon, you're not dealing with the actual Babylon. And that's what, because cats will tell you, oh, you're reaching. Well, why did it say Mystery Babylon? Everywhere else it says Babylon. Or, when it's talking about America, it says Babylon the Great. Then it shows you here, it says Mystery Babylon, right? But when they was talking about Babylon in the old days, there wasn't no mysteries. There wasn't no, and David went out against the Babylonians.
The mysterious Babylonians.
Right? You understand? We knew who the hell they were. But this mystery Babylon is a mystery. Why? Because you weren't taught this in church. You weren't taught this in school. You were taught the Babylonian Empire fell in 538 BC.
And that was it. That was the end of it.
Taken over by the Persians and Medes, and it never rose again. But mystery Babylon is still going to be there at the end of the age, at the end of when Christ comes here. There's still going to be a Babylon. Well, what Babylon could this be? It got to be Mystery Babylon. It got to be the one the Bible is describing. So read that.
Mystery Babylon the Great.
No, Ephesians 3 and 4, Fred.
Ephesians chapter 3, verse 4. Whereby when you read, you may understand my knowledge.
When you do what?
You may understand when you read.
When you what?
When you read.
Okay.
What do black people not do?
Read.
Go ahead.
You may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Christ.
See that? Why can't the churches get this? When we start breaking these things down, why is it in your old brain to say they're reaching? Because you don't read. You haven't read the Bible and looked at that word. It didn't just say Babylon. It said Mystery Babylon. In Revelations, it's not talking about ancient Babylon. It's talking about Babylon the Great. Well, what was so great about Babylon, man? Because it was a bunch of faggots, and then they got destroyed by the Persians and Medes. And then the Persians and Medes got destroyed by the Greeks. And if you got destroyed by some white man way back in the day, you ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing, right?
You know what I mean? Don't they laugh at niggas now for losing fights to white people? Well, how you gonna lose to the white boy, man?
They said they are of no reputation. They had no when you read in Ezra, when it talks about the nations,
right?
The Most High said they were of no reputation from the beginning.
There you go. See that? They always been reputed as nothing.
Reputed as nothing. There it is. I was quoting it wrong.
See that? So, how do we get this Babylon the Great? Well, we're dealing with a different Babylon the Great. We're dealing with America. Y'all see that?
Come.
It didn't have a name at the time of the scriptures, but it had a physical location, and it had a spiritual description. And he was showing you, when this kingdom rises up, you better know what time it is.
Yeah, why people try to act like the landmass wasn't around when the damn Bible was like? The landmass wasn't like it just appeared on a map after the scriptures. Come on, man. People are funny, man.
Yeah. Or that it just disappeared.
Or it disappeared.
Right? Okay, once the Persians and Medes took over this Babylon, it just disappeared. Okay, well then who's he talking about in Revelation?
If they disappeared, why even talk about them?
Alright, so when you read, you'll be able to understand. And that goes, of course, with the Psalms where it tell you through thy precepts I get understanding.
God.
Right? So we put those two together. How am I going to learn what I'm reading about in Zechariah chapter 5? How am I going to learn what I'm reading about in Revelations chapter 17? How am I going to learn these things, these mysteries? You got to watch those little words, man. Mystery Babylon? What? Wait. Why mystery? Because you got to read to understand the mystery. All right?
Go
ahead.
Go ahead.
Like in Revelation chapter 17, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots.
The mother of harlots.
And abomination of the earth.
The mother of harlots. Because we're breaking it down. You got to see this is in capital. These are titles. You see that? These are titles. These are names or something. The mother of harlots. This equals that Roman Catholic Church, the mother of all the Christian philosophies. Okay, so y'all write that down. Roman Catholic Church equals the mother of basically all the religious institutions worldwide. When you look at it, everything is Christianity at the end of the day. You know, it all stems from the Roman Catholic doctrine. All right. Go ahead.
An abomination of the earth.
It says, and abominations of the earth. The Edomite, and you can put the Edomite nations, so-called white people, have represented, stood for, and committed and enforced all wickedness and corruption in the earth. Do they not? They enforce the killing of black men. That's like a thing. It's like if you're a cop, you report for work, your duties are to kill the first black man you see. I think that was the duties last year, right? Because last year it was killing niggas left and right. I think when you reported for work last year as a police officer, your orders were kill blacks and Hispanics. That was the first thing. It was on the chalkboard. Blacks and Hispanics all year. Now it's just pull them out the car and harass them, pop one in them, shoot them in the car. But they perpetuate all this evil towards us. And this throughout the world. I mean, you got to see it, from the food to the air quality to the water, all the drugs. They got a drug for everything, man. They got a drug that has side effects worse than the disease you had. You mean to tell me to get rid of these kidney stones, I got to crap myself for 3 days, throw up, feet got to go numb just to get rid of kidney stones? Can I take your medicine? I mean, we got to see all these things. It's real. Y'all watch some commercials where it's like side effects may include diarrhea for 3 years, heart attacks.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to take Lipitor. I don't want that.
It's so funny because they play like a really nice music and they show the people being all happy.
My favorite one was the one for the herpes commercials. The Valtrax. They had the lady in the back like, freedom is calling you. Be in the back singing, but then it's like, the dude's voice is slowly telling you, if you take the herpes medicine that's supposed to cure you, you're going to just vomit forever. You're going to be vomiting and having diarrhea. You ain't going to want to leave the house anyway. Ain't nobody going to want to deal with you.
Yeah.
You might as well just stay with the herpes. I'm sorry, y'all. These things hit me in the head, man. It's crazy.
It's sick.
It's crazy. It's sick. Just the abominations that they push out there, man. You know, you got to really see what they're trying to do, programming the children, programming us through the media. You got to see how they push their agenda and how it is abominable to the Most High. All the corruption, all the lies. You know, from just the way they deal with the money and the way they take money from us and use it for their agenda, finance their wars, finance their ecosystems. You know, everything. You gotta look at everything, man. You gotta look at the simple things like the birthing process when women give birth. You gotta look at that. You ever think about that? When you give birth to a baby, that the whole process is off?
Yeah.
You never thought about it, right? The whole process like basically destroys your kid from the moment he's pushed out all the way until he's old. Just little things like that. When they lay you on your back and tell you to push against gravity, cut the cord as soon as the baby comes out. But then think about it. Why is a placenta so valuable? Does anybody know? Why? It has all the stem cells. That's what helps the baby. So are you supposed to cut away the baby's nutrients and all that stuff before he gets them all? No, but that's what they do. As soon as the baby comes, they clamp it. Boom. And they take that placenta and they store it. If you want it, you got to jump through hoops. It's valuable to them. That's what they use to regrow their limbs, hearts, lungs, right? But they want to put a pig heart in you, but they're going to go regrow a new heart using your baby's stem cells. Y'all got to think about it. That's a little thing that people don't think about ever. I'm going to give birth today. But they got you doing it all wrong. Just so they can benefit off you. It's corrupt. Just little small things that you got to really think about like, damn, why do they make us do it like that? Think about it. When you look at the digestional tract of a human being, when you go use the bathroom with number 2, you're supposed to squat. Why do they make us sit? Y'all ever thought about things like that? You're not clearing your tract. And you end up with all these diseases and colon cancer. All this feces and waste sits in you. You see that? It's small things, man, that are just corrupt. Because the spirit, it's like the scriptures say, the spirit in him is not upright. So you're going to do every little thing to cut corners, to make money, to make it seem like, or to get over on you. We got to investigate these things. The smallest little things, man. Like taking a crap is we do it wrong. Because the white man said, do it like this. I'm going to build you a toilet and have you sit and do it wrong. I'm going to make you give birth on the table and push against gravity. Your baby comes out to bright-ass lights when he's been in the womb for 9 months with no light. Y'all ever think about that? It's little things, man. Anyway, jump back. I know I go on my rants and tangents.
Yeah, because we trust them. We fall into that system because why? Because they're doctors.
Yeah, he got it. No. It's not even that he's a doctor. He has a PhD from Harvard with a CPS from MIT and a PhD from here. He got all these little 3-letter. He got the 3-letter acronyms. Does anybody even know what a PhD stands for? Most people don't. Or MIT from HRV and like, come on. It's like, come on. You don't even know what that is, but you fall into the trap of he's learned. He's learned, so I got to follow him. When we got the actual knowledge. We got the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High.
God.
Where you at? Verse 5, right?
That was the end of 5. The abominations of the earth.
Yeah, read verse 6, and then we're going to read verse 6.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
So the woman, we know, equals Babylon, right? So the woman was drunken with the blood of the saints, right? So what does that tell you? I want to see if y'all are thinking. What does that mean? The woman is drunken with the blood of the saints. Who are the saints? Who got the scripture?
Israel.
I want the scripture. I want y'all brains working. I want y'all brains moving. Who got the scripture? It's like drilling.
Psalms chapter 148, verse 14.
Drop it.
Psalms chapter 148, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
He also exalted the horde of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
You see that? So it says the woman is drunken with the blood of the saints. What does that mean? If we know the saints are Israel, and the woman is drunken with the blood of the saints, what's been going on through decades? They've been killing us, man. Murdering us in the streets, slavery, killing us. You look at all the, you want to take it to, Black Wall Street, killing us. Slavery, killing us today, killing us. That ambulance is probably for a black man that got shot by a cop right now. I hope not. I hope not. But what are the chances that it's not? That it is? Very high. 70%. Like 90. You see that? So I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. Go ahead.
And with the blood of the matrix of Jesus.
Yeah, so basically the Edomite nation is responsible for the murder of Israelites and of the prophets and of the apostles. Who killed Christ? Was it not the Romans?
Gone.
Right. You see that? Paul, it was the Roman Empire. They killed all the prophets and the apostles. Well, not all the prophets, excuse me, but the apostles and Christ. Read on in verse 6.
And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Admiration, yeah. John was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? He was like, just wondering, like, what is going on? He was damn near confused. He was perplexed. He was like, man, what's happening here? He's seeing this vision, and he's like, wow, this is wild. You ever see something, you just like in disbelief? This was John. He was just sitting there in disbelief, man.
So you showed them what the second and third horns were, because I guess they missed it, skipped out on the broadcast.
Oh, the second and third horns? Y'all got that? What's the second horn?
Sweden.
Second horn was Sweden, and the third horn
Belgium.
was Belgium. So the second horn is Sweden. The third horn was Belgium.
And you know why we're not giving you all, you can go into doing your own research. So we're not giving you the whole list of crimes that these nations have committed. Go research them. You understand? You like, but Sweden, all they're good for is chocolate.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Nope. That's where every country, they said they're a neutral country. Them and Switzerland, right? They go there and we're neutral. You're neutral because you don't want nobody blowing up all that damn money and gold y'all got. Y'all see that? It's like base when you're playing tag. You know what I mean? You don't want nobody messing with that base, because that's where you're sending all the money. That's where you're funding all your wars, and that's where you're bankrupting nations and turning their citizens into cattle and bonds and stocks. They don't want you to know about these things, so they keep that stuff on the low. All right. Y'all with me? Okay, all right. Where you at?
Go to Revelations. Where you at? Verse 6?
17 verse 7. That was the end of admiration.
Read verse admiration. What verse was that? That was verse 6. Read verse 7.
End of 6.
Read verse 7.
And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman.
Yeah, so basically, the angel told John, I'm going to tell you what the mystery is. I'll reveal the mystery of the beast. The angel was going to reveal the mystery of the beast to John. Okay? From there, go to verse, let's see here. Did that already? Okay, so we basically got what the woman is, right? What's that? So we basically broke down who the woman was. So y'all get that, right? Y'all understand who the woman is?
God.
Right? And we explained it so you get it. The woman is Babylon, right?
God.
Which equals America. Con?
God.
All right. Let's go back. So now we're going to head back to Zechariah. Where we leave off in, what's that? Where we leave off in Zechariah?
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 7.
Okay.
And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. And this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephod.
Right, so we know the talent of lead represents the weight or heaviness, and the woman equals Babylon, the great, right? Jump to verse 8.
Verse 8. And he said, this is wickedness, and he cast it into the midst of the ephod.
You see that? He cast the, think about that, the woman was cast in the midst of the ephod. The wickedness was cast into the middle of the children of Israel.
Yeah, Sweden, Belgium, and Norway. I'm getting questions sent in. So Sweden, Belgium, then Norway. You need the whole list? Or just that one after?
Just that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so first one, the British. Second, the Swedish. Third is Belgium. Fourth is Norway.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Get the right one now. Where we at? Verse what?
Verse 8. From the top. And he said, this is wickedness. And he cast it into the midst of the ephod. And he cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof.
The mouth thereof. So the mouth thereof is represents the lead cast down into the midst of Israel, where we were surrounded by wickedness. See, the problem is what's up? Zechariah chapter. Where you at?
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 8.
Yeah, we jumped back to Zechariah. We did all the revelations breaking down who the woman was. Now we're going to go into the wickedness of the woman. Okay, we're going to go into the wickedness of the woman. So the mouth thereof, it says the lead was thrown into the mouth thereof, that represents the wickedness that holds us down. All right, that we're surrounded by it and we can't pull ourselves out of it. And we're going to see why. From there, go to Psalms 55. 55 and 9.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 9. Psalms chapter 55, verse 9. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues.
Go ahead.
For I have seen violence and strife in the city.
You see that? I've seen violence and strife in the city. In what city? In all the cities of America. What's happening? Cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. The violence in the city. You try to drive your car to go to the grocery store and you try to go get milk and you come back with a bullet. Or you just don't come back at all. Just because you fit the description. The violence in the city. Look at Chicago. They call it Chirac. I mean, come on, man. Think about that. They kill people by I don't even know how they got enough morgues to fit them bodies.
You know, it's funny, Baltimore's like that now, too.
Baltimore been like that. That's like, come on, man. They made a whole movie about it. The Wire. A whole series.
God.
Showing you how cats was moving drugs and getting killed. Louisiana was like that. That was the murder capital for a minute. I remember I used to live in Philly. And there was a murder. Oh my God. There was a murder every day. There was at least one murder every day of the year. I mean, even if you didn't have a murder one day, they made up for it the next day with 2. I used to watch the news, man. You're like, oh, 3 people shot today, murder. And then you look, there's a murder for every day. That was when Philly was the murder capital of the world. That was back in like 05, murder capital of the United States. But the violence in the city, this is what's holding us down. These are the things where you're trying to get out the hood, but the hood follows you around. You make enough change to move to the suburbs, and then what happens? The whole hood moves to the suburbs. You might as well have stayed in the city.
Katie.
You said what?
I say Katie.
Oh, is it getting the hood?
Certain parts, it's starting to.
They can't stop us.
There's no hoods in Sugar Land yet, though.
I can't wait. I'm gonna move.
Man, Missouri City. Come on, man. Missouri City is the hood.
That's basically Sugar Land, right? You just cross Belfort. Mo City. They call it Mo City. I'm like,
yeah.
Misery City.
But you know how he's talking about that this is Israel, this is our people. For one, our tongues are divided, our languages are divided. We ain't speaking it. We're not speaking Hebrew. We speaking English and Spanish and whatever Gad is talking about over there in their teepees and all that stuff, right? We speaking all these different languages, but look at this. He said, read verse 12.
Verse 12. For it was not an enemy that reproached me.
It was what?
For it was not an enemy that reproached me.
It ain't the white man that's killing us by the tens of thousands. They popping us off on TV, you know, here and there. You seeing the killing every week. But what about the stuff that's not being televised? It's not an enemy that's reproaching us. Read.
Then I could have borne it.
Then we could have. Okay, that's our enemies. We already know, right? But these statistics is getting put up is not just by white cops.
Oh, hell no.
These statistics that was going on in Philly,
Chicago,
it was going on in Israel. Right.
Yeah.
Read.
Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me.
See that? And it ain't the ones that hate us that be out on the street corners talking about y'all wicked, y'all off, y'all misinformed. You're not. That's not love.
They run home to their mansions. They ain't got time to kill you. They gonna talk crap and then leave.
Yeah, but I mean, like when we're street speaking.
Right.
When we're street speaking, it ain't the enemy to come up like, that's not right. Nah, the white man be like, yeah, Christ is black. See you later.
Peace.
Right?
Drop some money in donation bucket.
But who's the first ones coming up? But color doesn't matter. Especially nowadays in faggot ass Houston.
Our own people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Houston's gay.
Y'all gay. Sorry. Not y'all gay, but Houston gay. Go ahead.
Then I would have hid myself from him.
See, then we'd be able to hide ourselves from them, right? I just go to the hood. I'll stay away from them.
Right.
So who is it? Read.
But it was thou, a man, mine equal.
You're right. Read that again.
But it was thou.
It was you. Go ahead.
A man.
A man. Go ahead.
Mine equal.
Yeah. Black man. My
another Israelite.
Brother. Right.
My God.
Another Hebrew. Some of them will be another Hebrew Israelite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They coming out cat banging. You know what I mean? I throw up a post. They throw, home of the truth. We the home of the truth. You off. You like, wow. All that Tip would say Yahushua was Lord. I mean, and then hashtag ISBHBK. What's the problem?
Yeah, you street teaching the cats with their phones ready to combat.
Yeah.
It's not time for that.
Yeah, this is Israel he's talking about, man. That we're the ones that want to destroy ourselves, man. We the ones, when it says, destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I've seen violence and strife in the city. It's us. We're the ones that want to be the most violent against each other. When that old boy showed me that Zopound game, right? The Haitian brothers out of Florida and everywhere else. They wasn't trying to kill white people like that.
It was robbing black folks.
They was robbing their own neighborhoods, their own people, their own stores, their own shops. When what's his name got killed, man? Which one was it? There's so many. The Mike Brown one in Ferguson, right?
Yeah, Mike Brown.
They didn't riot in the white neighborhoods. They didn't go storm the police station. They burnt down their own shops and started throwing bricks in their own businesses. Us, man, our own equals that do this.
Bro, we saw it in Baton Rouge when the brother got shot. We went out there.
Yeah.
They want to fight us.
They want to kill us.
They was ready to kill us out there. We're gonna shoot y'all. They was getting high, getting drunk. As soon as you start throwing that word at them, they was ready to fight.
And the white man was walking amongst them
with
a gun on his
guns.
hip.
And they let him just roll, but we talking. And they ready to fight us and kill us and pull guns on us.
They're fiddlers, man. Those are
Yeah.
faggots.
Oh yeah. It was high, it was drunk, it was sensual. Right. It was wilding out.
And that was a party.
They threw a big ass party for a man getting killed. And then we try to come out here and show them, look, get right. And you want to kill us.
But what brought us to that Psalms, man?
What brought us to the Psalms was where were we at in Revelations? Just showing the wickedness, the wickedness that the woman perpetuates.
Right.
You see, because the woman is wicked, America.
Right.
The wickedness in America. The woman represents Babylon, which is America, but it also represents the wickedness that is putting the Israelites through.
Right.
Because when you go through this Zechariah, it basically is talking about how Israel is going to be removed out of this wickedness.
The elect.
The elect. Right, the elect.
The elect and the remnant.
And the remnant. So right now we're dealing with the wickedness of the woman. All right? So where you at? Psalms? Read verse 11.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 11. Wickedness is in the midst thereof.
No, read, Salakia, read Psalm 55, not. Read verse 10. We skipped it.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof.
Uh-huh.
Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it.
Yeah, day and night is mischief, sorrow. Day and night there's strife and violence in the city. We striving and we violent against each other. Read on.
Verse 11. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and
Yeah,
God.
there's wickedness, man. There's wickedness in our communities. We're the ones selling drugs to each other. Are we not? Ain't no white boys coming out here to buy no coke or no crack. Come on, man. They do drug deals a little bit more eloquent.
Oh, they'll come and buy it, but they ain't coming to sell it.
They ain't coming to sell it, but they barely want to come here to buy it. They'll meet up in the mall.
Right.
I see them do that. Like, let's meet up at the mall where it's less violent, where my possibility of getting killed and robbed is a lot lower. They getting smart, but we the ones selling drugs to our own communities. Just posted up on the block. Yeah, they use the gas station as a front right here. This gas station, you see it. We rolling by handing out flyers, and dudes looking at us like we off. And we like, bruh, we know what you're doing. Ain't nobody ever pumped gas at this gas station in the last 10 years. I ain't never seen nobody fill up here since I lived in Houston. Ain't nobody ever filled up at that gas station. The pumps don't work. Come on, man. But it be full of people.
Right.
They slanging drugs. But read on.
God. Deceit and God depart not from her streets.
You see that? Deceit and God. We want to be deceptive towards one another. Even when you're doing your corrupt ass drug deals, you want to be deceptive. They talk about weighing the coke wet, all that. You want to be deceptive in that. We got to really look at it, man. This is talking about us, how we deal with one another. And it's easy. Like we always say, we know what the white man has done. We know what Esau has done. Notice I use the word done, past tense. He did it already. He's still doing his part, but guess what? We're continuing it. Esau ain't got to come out here and tell a cat sell drugs. He ain't got to tell you to strap up, wear your colors. He ain't got to push that no more. You got it so embedded in your brain that that's what you got to do. You just continue the cycle of drug dealing and gangbanging. Not being there for your children. Working nonstop and letting your kids raise themselves. Nobody got to tell you to do that no more. Nobody has to tell our people to do that anymore. No one has to. It's so ingrained in us. It's grown in us to just be nigglets. And to just wild out. What you doing this weekend? I'm going to turn up. Turn up to your damn house. Get some rest. You got to go to work tomorrow. Why don't you do that? What you doing this weekend, man? I'm about to go mess with these hoes and see what I could get into and da-da-da-da. Why don't you go home to your wife? and your kids and hang out with them. Spend some time with your son. Hang out with your daughter. But see, that has to be told to us. But going to turn up, we ain't got to be told. They ain't got to push that no more. The drugs, the liquor, the weed. We do that voluntarily and willingly. That's what we got to get out of. Where we at? From there, go to Psalms 138 and 7. So right now we talking about the wickedness of the woman. You see how this breaks down? And how, I mean, come on, Zechariah 11, Zechariah 5 is only 11 verses. But look how many scriptures y'all got. Just breaking down these 11 verses, man. We didn't even get to, we only have verse 8. Where you at? Psalms 138.
Verse 7.
Read that.
Psalms chapter 138, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Though I walk in the midst of trouble.
You walk what?
In the midst of trouble.
See, Israel is always walking in the midst of trouble. When we in these cities, when we in these communities, the way we deal with one another. We're always in the midst of trouble because we're not dealing righteously. We're not following what the Most High set down. But it says, though I walk in the midst of trouble, go ahead.
Thou wilt receive me. Thou wilt revive me.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt stretch forth thine hand against the wrath of mine enemies, and thy right hand shall save me.
Was that the whole 138?
That was verse 7.
Read it again.
Verse 7 from the top. Though I walk in the midst of trouble.
So even though we walk in the midst of trouble, even though we know that these nations are putting us through it, they throwing the guns out there, they throwing the drugs out there, like bait. They putting the bait cars. You ever see that show, Bait Cars? I think we saw a bait car today. Bro, we were doing flyers, bro, and there was a brand new Benz with the trunk cracked open a little bit. Right here in these apartments. I'm like, if that ain't a bait car, why is the trunk open on that Benz? Come on. Why is that Benz even here? This Benz is worth more than all them apartments. Like, what the hell? Keep it moving, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? They set us up for things. So it says, even though we walk through, read it again. Though I walk through the midst of trouble, go ahead.
Thou wilt revive me.
Yeah, see, the Most High is going to be the one to revive us and keep us. Go ahead.
Thou shalt stretch forth thine hand against the wrath of mine enemies.
And see, this is what we're supposed to be looking for, the Most High, to stretch forth his hand on our enemies. Go ahead.
And thy right hand shall save me.
And the right hand of the Most High, that righteous side, that's what's going to save us. Go to, just jumping through these real quick because they're not, go to 23 and verse 4 in Psalms. No, that's not it. Let's go to Philippians 2 and 15.
Yeah, they all go right in with each other. It's just showing an outline. And these scriptures are just showing the outline of that wickedness that we're reading about in Zechariah chapter 5. All right? When you're reading 5 verse 11, when you're reading 5 verse 8, you're finding out why is this woman so wicked?
Right.
What's making her so wicked? Well, we're reading it through the scriptures. David was prophesying about this wicked place. That it was going to be so wicked that brother was going to be turning on brother. They ain't even going to be your enemies killing you in mass quantities in this place. It was going to be your own people. Y'all see that? Now, did he have to prophesy like, I can see the future, my magic 8-ball hath told me? Or did he just know the curses say that your eye was going to be evil towards your brother when you disobeyed these commandments? Did he just know that we was going to be scattered if we disobeyed the commandments? And then in that land, we was going to be evil toward each other. Y'all see that? That's the thing. A lot of cats, they think, oh, prophesy just means to foretell the future.
No.
It means to know the past. It means to know what the Most High said, that it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And once you know that what the Most High said is going to happen, you know the future. Once I know the Most High said when you go and disobey me, he didn't say if, he said when. Like, okay, so we're gonna do it. So this is what's going to happen. Oh my God, you're a prophet. You can see the future. How did you know that I was gonna my brother was gonna want to blast me out of my shoes. How did you know that? Because the Bible said it 3,000 years ago. I didn't have to be a mystical swami and divine it out of the air. It's right there, and I believe in the Most High and His Word.
God.
Where they had it?
I did. It's like you just said. You know through the scriptures, you know the path. So you know the path, and it tells you if you're going down this path, this is how it ends.
There you go.
You don't have to be a fortune teller. You don't have to have a crystal ball to know what's going to happen, because you already know the path and how it ends.
Plus you're observant of the things around you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, you do this is going to happen. You stick your Peter in 15 girls raw, you might more than likely end up with a leaky faucet. That's just how it goes.
Especially if you do it in a place where 1 in 4 got AIDS.
You're going to be more than leaking. It's going to be more than a drip.
That was herpes.
No.
It's AIDS. It's AIDS, baby.
The ratio is probably higher with herpes.
Oh, yeah.
Out here? Come on, man.
I remember my high school.
Niggas be having sex on the first date. Like,
yeah.
Like, hey, Netflix and chill. Oh my God, she's pregnant. What? No,
I just watched like 2 episodes.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Who is she? Damn. I forgot to ask follow-up questions. Like, hey, girl, you got a condom? Like, that is that the pickup line now? That's what I see down here, man. It's like
I got her Snapchat. Next thing you know, like you had sex. It's like you ain't got her phone number.
Yeah, it's like that's how we gotta sell oils now. It's like, listen, this is gonna get you in the back seat right here. Like, damn.
Yeah.
So she's gonna smell me and just follow me home?
Yep.
It's Houston. You know that's gonna happen. she got money to spend on a little bottle of oil. She's gonna do that. It's Houston. Yep. You don't have to be prophets. I don't gotta be like lying to you about and hyping up my product. This is Houston. It's like literally like shooting fish in a barrel with dynamite.
Damn. So you
like, come on, man.
It's real.
Even worse, this ain't just a Houston epidemic, man. This is America now.
Yeah.
All America's turned like this. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? You get a woman that, you know, like Eddie Murphy was talking about, you get her from the bush part of Africa. She don't even speak English.
Mm-hmm.
And so as soon as she get over here, as soon as she touch down, she be like, boop, 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 boop. Like, wow. Damn.
Meat to meat. It's terrible, man.
Cucumbers.
Right. So what?
The cottage with cucumber.
Yeah. It's real, though. She won't know nothing, and she'll come over here and just get so high-minded and prideful. All of a sudden, she just man to man to man to man to man to man. You're like, you didn't even speak English a week ago. The hell? Where we at? Before you read that, go to Psalms 23 and verse 4. Hold where you at, Ray. But go to Psalms 23 and verse 4.
Psalms chapter 23, verse 4.
Right?
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Right. So the theme here is that we're walking through the elect. See, this is the thing. We got to remember. It's the elect. They're walking through the valley of the shadow of the death. And I want to make sure we mention that, and we keep mentioning that. This is talking about that 7,000 elect. Even though they're weighed down, even though they're in the midst of the corruption, and they're being weighed down by the weight of wickedness. Even though they walk through the shadow of the valley of death. Go ahead.
I will fear no evil.
Why? Read.
But thou art with me.
Because they got the Most High. Go ahead.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Right. The Most High is going to protect them. Else they wouldn't be elect. They wouldn't be that 7,000. They wouldn't be that remnant of righteousness. From there, go to the Philippians.
Philippians
2 and 15.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 15.
Go ahead.
That ye may be blameless,
right,
and harmless, the sons of the Most High.
Right. Talking about that elect again. Go ahead. How are they going to be blameless and harmless? By avoiding the fornication, but they were going to deal with their brothers righteously, blameless and harmless. They weren't going to be the ones pushing that wickedness. They weren't going to be the ones selling the drugs and getting caught up in all that. They were going to be blameless and harmless. Go ahead.
God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation.
You see that? Even though we're in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, this is what we want to strive to be. Without rebuke. They can't find nothing on you.
Right, that's that key point right there. Is
Yeah.
that you're in the middle.
You're in the middle.
Along with what we're reading in Zechariah. You're
Right.
in the middle of this crooked and perverse nation.
Right.
All right.
We're in the middle of it. We like Bear Grylls. Just getting dropped in the middle of the damn Sahara. Sahara Desert, dude, with alligators and all that. We got to fight our way through. But the Most High gonna get us. We just can't fall to the wickedness of the nation. We can't fall to that perverseness and that crookedness. We got to be the upright ones.
Yeah,
Read on.
Just so y'all see when y'all go over your notes that these all tie together. All right.
Yeah.
These are all going to lead back to that woman and her wickedness.
Right.
All
And
right?
what she's doing.
Babylon the Great.
Right. And what she's doing to the elect, those 7,000 that we read back up in verse 2 of Zechariah. Was it verse? No, Salaki, not verse 2. Verse, actually in Romans and in verse 6 of Zechariah. So, oh, I'm good. Where you at?
Philippians chapter 2 verse 15.
Read it from the top.
Come, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High.
Go ahead.
Without rebuke.
Go ahead.
In the midst of a crooked and perverse nation.
Right.
Among whom ye shine as lights in the world.
How are we the lights of the world? What are we using to be that light?
The wisdom.
The wisdom. No, you good. Yeah, just raise your hand. The wisdom. We shine as the lights. We're the wisdom. We're that beacon of light, that beacon of hope. That's what our job is. If you're part of the elect. Even if you, we don't know, but we're supposed to strive to that. But it's showing you what these 7,000, what they represented. Go to Job 9 and verse 24.
Job chapter 9, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Does that need explanation? No, I'm playing. I'm joking. I know y'all with me. It's like, and we know that. No, but the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, right?
God.
But think about it. If the earth itself is given to the hands of the wicked, and there's righteous, that means they're surrounded by the wickedness on all sides.
God.
So that flee doctrine where it talks about flee, let's flee to Peru. Man, there's wicked niggas in Peru. There's wicked niggas in South America. There's wicked people in Europe. There's wicked everywhere. Because Esau done put his influence. The woman done put her influence on everything. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Go ahead.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Yeah, he's covering the faces, man. He's telling you that you ain't even black. You ain't the children of Israel. The Edomites is it. He's covering the faces. The judge, who was the ultimate judge? Christ. They covered up his face, whitewashed it, right?
God.
So they're telling you that you're not who you are. They're covering up the faces of the judges. Don't you know the saints of the world shall judge the world? The saints of the Most High shall judge. We're the saints. Y'all see that?
God.
Go ahead.
If not, where and who is he?
It's a question. If not, where is he at and who is he?
Right. If this mother of harlots, if this mystery Babylon isn't America, well then who the hell is it, man?
Oh, I know.
Arabs.
The Arabs.
The Arabs, right?
It's the Arabs. It's the Arabs.
Yeah, you ain't even seeing Arabs no more. You still seeing crackers over there, man, with sheets on.
Hell yeah. They ain't seen no real Arabs.
Yeah.
No real Ishmaelite. No, you ain't seen no real Ishmael. Come on. Let's be real. But that's why I asked. If not, then where and who is he? If it ain't this Edomite nation, then who is it? Who is it?
Right. If we're reaching, you tell us who it is. Then.
Right.
What other nation is it? Is the Chinese doing this? They spreading their wickedness all over the planet?
Because nobody wants to really eat dog. They can put it on Facebook all you want. People see that, they're banning Chinese food. They're like, I ain't eating that.
Yeah.
I'm not eating babies.
Yeah, they ain't come over. Y'all go worship Buddha.
Right.
Yeah. not trying to spread Buddhism into every country, like by force, right? Who is it? You got the two major world religions, right? The so-called white man's Christianity, whether they call it Catholicism, whether they call it Christianity, whether they call it Protestant, whatever, right? Seventh-day Adventist, whatever. They spread that by force. Then you got the other so-called white man dressing up like he's an Arab, pushing Islam. That was started by the Roman Catholic Church. We didn't go into that on the show.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's started by the Roman Catholic Church. They contracted with Muhammad's father, and his father raised him up to be the prophet to the Arabs, so he could go teach them. That's why they use prayer beads, man. That's why they believe in the Virgin Mary. Why? They believe in the same Catholic doctrine, man. It's a different book, different language. So that's the white man's two major strongholds in our communities, among our people, and over the whole world. So that's not the white man; it's the Arabs. Well, right now, that those Arabs that you call the Arabs, they're one and the same. They just is same face, same hairy body, different name. What's that?
Is that why? Because I've been in lots of people's houses, and they'd be Muslim or something like that, and they'll have like this shrine, and they'll have a picture of this white dude in their shrine.
It's supposed to be Muhammad.
I don't know.
Does he have a cap on?
Sometimes it's like
Muhammad or the actual Muhammad that supposedly wrote the whole Quran. Yeah, they're worshiping men. That's the problem, right? You go there, they tell you worship men. You go over to Christianity, they tell you to worship men. You see that? So this is how the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And then what's your third option? Screw both of them. I'm going to get this money. Get it from who? Kissing the white man's ass. You're going to get it from their society. Right? So no matter where you turn, you're going to be under them. You're not going to be under your people. You're not going to be under the righteous. You're going to be under the wicked. Y'all see that? All right, so that's why we're showing you all these things so you can understand. If we're reaching, what other nation is it? This breakdown. Can you?
Where's the naysayers when you need them?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see, man. I just want to see them. Hey, listen, okay, take any other nation and put it right there. It's the Africans. Before I kill your family. Are they trying to spread the Africanism all over the place? Hey, you want to suck on this cow butt? You ain't gonna let the cow pee on you, man? What's wrong with you? No. They're not trying to influence the whole world with their customs. Y'all see that? But you get America, they bring in the Chinese, they spit out a white boy. They bring in the African, they spit out a white boy. They bring in a Mexican, they spit out a white boy. Y'all see that? Why? Because that's what they want to do. They want to bring all nations into their wickedness. You come here, you're a chaste virgin from the mountains of Tibet. You never even mess with a woman. They spit out a little whoremonger that wants to put his Peter in everything that's in the land, the sea, and the air. You got niggas jumping on vultures and just getting it. You know what I mean? Like banging chickens and everything. Like, damn, there is nothing that you won't put your Peter in.
Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe.
Come on, man. Where did we learn this, though? Well, you learn it here. What other nation do you learn that in? and what other nation is trying to entice you to get into that? What other nation got gay day parades, man? Or is pushing it? Trying to make it like this is a thing. Just think on it, you know what I mean? Just really try to mull it over. If you got to, go back to geography class, go learn about all the 100-something nations that are on the earth and go find out which one of them, right? Because if I go to Hawaii, they're not talking about, hey, you're not gay? What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? If I go to New Zealand, the Maori tribe, they're not sitting over there like, yeah, we do butt sex as a rite of passage. What? You know what I mean? Wear this rainbow. Come walk down the street with us. No one else is pushing that except here. And any other Edomite run nation. Where you at?
Where we at?
I know we got a lot to go. So,
there's where we at?
I was in Job 9:24.
Go to Job 16:11. So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You gotta see the Bible asks the question. If it's not this nation, where is he? Who is he and where is he at? So we just gotta, we gotta look at the things that are going on around us. The Bible gets edified just through the things that are happening, because we gotta remember it's prophecy, right? It's prophecy of the future and knowing the past. But the things that are happening is what brings that prophecy forth. I don't remember the last time I got killed by an Arab, or I don't remember the last time a black man got killed by an Arab. You know what I'm saying? Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. When's the last time that happened?
Like a real Arab.
Like a real Arab. When's the last time that happened? Where Muhammad Ali ran up and shot a black man. I use that name because a lot of them are Muhammad Ali's. When's the last time that happened, though? Gotta ask yourself. Read that. Read Job 16 and verse 11.
Job chapter 16, verse 11.
Because this is how we got into the condition. This is how we got into the midst of that whore. What's up?
They talking about the oppressor, slavery, we know they haven't healed a lot, but this we scared that no healed.
Right.
Well, all the nations do that.
Wait, say it again?
All the nations do that time people
Yeah, but like how we went through in class, what day was it? When we were talking about, when we brought that scripture about who's oppressor, who's oppressor, slave them and hold themselves not guilty, because they purchased us. You see that? The Edomite nation purchased us. Whose possessors? They bought us. When you go to Deuteronomy 28:68, when it says, you shall be sold for bondmen and bondwomen. Yeah, we were sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. Yeah, they purchased us. So when you purchase something, you possess it. That's right. So that's how we know it's the Edomites. Well, to get here. Well, you mean to get here or just in general? Oh no, because when you read, the Muslims had us in slavery. Every nation had us in slavery. But to be sold, at this time we were sold into slavery. That's why the prophecy in Deuteronomy said what it said. We were actually sold into slavery. You got that? You good? Okay, I'm just asking. Just making sure. Where we at? Job 16 and 11.
Wait, what was the question?
He was saying, what was your question? One more time?
No, they say they'll
whose oppressors?
Yeah, everywhere you go, we're under oppressor, right? But when he said their possessors slay them, possessors is showing ownership, the people that own them, all right? And the majority of that ownership has happened here in America, but everywhere we go, yeah, those people that own us, yeah, they slay us and they hold themselves not guilty. They doing the same things in Britain, they do the same things in France and Sweden, everywhere Judah is scattered. They killing them and holding themselves not guilty. And they little kangaroo courts and everything. They hold themselves not guilty. That's how they do it. Why? Because that's their blessing.
Yep.
You understand? That's their blessing and that's our curse. And we're trying to reverse both of those. We're trying to reverse it back to where the Most High looks on us with blessing and he turns his back on them. Turns his back on the wicked and gives us back our blessing. You understand? But yeah, it is like that everywhere we go in the earth. But you know, obviously, like we always say about the sign, we talking to y'all on the Western Hemisphere. I'm not in Britain. I'm not in France. I'm not in the Eastern Hemisphere. So I'm gonna talk to those that are on the 12 tribe side over here. When I get over there, let's do it. Let me go talk to the Moroccans and tell them to give up Islam, because that ain't their religion. Let me go talk to them in Senegal and Ghana and places like that. Cool, let's do it. But we over here, so our possessors are slaying us, and it's no more evident in any place than it is here, because they televise it, man. All these shootings would be American cops shooting our people. They televise that, man. They glorify it. It's all over social media. They paint it all over Fox News. Up every Fox News channel, they show the thug picture. They show him as a threat and a violent man and this and that. And you know, like, damn, the nigga 12 years old. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? You got his picture posted up with some semi-automatic guns and everything like that, photoshopped in. The dude was a 4-year-old girl he shot. You know what I mean? They only do that here. They only glorify it here. They only use us as trophies like that here. They hold themselves, showing themselves, killing us and everything like that. Why? Because that's glorified here, man. It's glorified in Babylon the Great. Yeah, they do it in other countries, but where is it stereotypical? Where is it more magnified than here in America? Yeah, think about it. See that? They do it in these other countries, and you kind of hear about it here and there, but America tries to keep that pretty much off the news and everything. They don't give a damn about the other nations on earth. But when they kill a black man here, oh, he's all over the news. He's their trophy. Y'all see that? You think they're doing it because they care, right? You think they're investigating that and putting those pictures up because they care? No, they're like, look what we got.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
It's another notch in the bedpost.
Yeah. It's like them saying I hit a 12-point buck. You know what I mean? They love that.
Yeah.
Well, where you at, man?
Go to Psalms 12 and 8. Psalms 12 and 8. A lot of scriptures to go with this. I'm going to give them all to y'all.
Psalms chapter 12, verse 8.
Read that.
The wicked walk on every side.
The wicked do what?
Walk on every side.
Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? So the wicked walk on every side. Go ahead.
When the vilest men are exalted.
The vilest men are exalted. You got to look at it. These vile and profane men are being... Look at Trump, man. Look at this cat. Dude is vile. What do you say? Grab him in the crotch? Come on, man. Dude is grab him by the crotch? How is that your campaign slogan? That's vile. That's not even like super vile, but that's just...
How do you get voted for?
How do you get voted?
Campaign slogan?
Right. How do you get voted into office and that's your slogan? Grab who in the crotch? The guys or the girls? Huh? You said what?
Well, he didn't say the crotch. He specified.
He did specify, huh?
Yeah.
We might be talking about some guys too, because there's transgenders. So he didn't know who he was talking about. Well, you got to see who, when the wicked are in power, man, they exalt their most vilest, profane acts. That's why they throw it on Facebook. You can see a dude banging out a snake. Come on, man. I hopped on Facebook. My rib seated. I showed her where these women were on Facebook. They were on YouTube talking about their first sexual experiences. Now, you think they would be showing, you know, like how women in the world do, like, oh, yeah, he was so great and blah, 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 blah. But when I heard, oh, he was so hairy and he was humping my leg, they were talking about their first sexual experiences with dogs. Wow. Yeah. These chicks were talking about how they first got hit by dogs. Zombie Heart, you looking at me like I'm bugging out. I have to watch it. Because I'm like, whoa, Esau's into this. Like, you got couples that are into, like, she was talking about how she was turned on by the donkey. When she went in the barn to feed it, he was flirting with her. I'm like, how the hell is a donkey? I said, bailing the donkey. What the hell are you talking about? How the hell is a donkey flirting with you? And then you let him insert his penis into you. A donkey? While your husband watches. And he's sitting there beating off to it. That's vile, man. But these are the ones that get exalted. Think about it. When you talk about what did we say? We saw the bro with the Mason shirt on. Remember we were in the mall? He had the shirt on. It had the Mason and it said like exploring the tunnels or something like that.
Right.
It's like what tunnels you exploring, bro? Think about it. But to get into these secret societies and these elevated positions, you gotta do the vile and profane acts. You gotta be. You see the stories of the music industry. Cats talking about all the stuff these music cats gotta do. Gotta take it anally, give it anally, orally to men on men. But these are the ones that are exalted. You want to be the CEO? Yeah, give it up. So when the wicked are on every side, the vilest men are exalted.
Vilest.
The vilest men, excuse me. The vilest men are exalted, man. Go to 37 and verse 32 in Psalms.
37 verse 32.
Yeah, Psalms 37 and verse 32. Go ahead.
Come, the wicked watches the righteous and seeketh to slay him.
Yeah. They're everywhere around us, man. They watch us and they want to kill us. They don't want that righteousness to reign on the earth. They don't want the Most High. They don't want Christ to come back. Because they know when those 144,000 are sealed, Christ is down here, ripping right through them. So they're seeking to get rid of us, man. They don't want that righteousness to reign. They don't want that good seed to be planted. They don't want you to raise your children right. They don't want you to be around to raise your children. They want those fatherless homes. They want those motherless homes. They want those little orphan babies so they can rape them and touch them, use their organs. That's what they want. Go to Psalms 119 and 61.
Psalm chapter 119, verse 61.
Go ahead.
The bands of the wicked have robbed me. But
do what? The bands of the wicked do what?
The bands of the wicked have robbed me.
Yeah, that's what they have to do. They have to tell you that you're not the children of Israel. They're trying to rob your nationality, your identity. They want to rob you when you work for them. They want to steal your children. That's curses. They want to make sure that your basket in your store stays cursed. The bands of the wicked, they're going to rob you. They're going to rob you of your integrity. First and foremost. You want to move up in these positions? You got to switch it a little bit. You got to become a bull dyke. Backdoor thief. All that. that's Kazaks.
I know. Right?
The wicked try to rob you, man. They try to ruin your integrity. They try to rob you of your morality. But go ahead. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Go ahead.
But I have forgotten thy law. I have not forgotten thy law.
Yeah, those righteous, those 7,000 that are in the midst of the great whore, they're not supposed to be forgetting the law of the Most High. The wicked is always trying to comfort them. The wicked will always be trying to comfort them. Rob them of their lives. Whatever little riches they got. But you're not supposed to do what? Read it again.
But I have not forgotten thy law.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to forget the law of the Most High. Jump to verse 95.
Verse 95. The wicked have waited for me to destroy me.
There it is again. That wicked, he waiting to destroy you. He's setting them snares. Esau's out there setting them snares for Israel, man. He don't matter. He don't care if you sealed or not. He out there trying to get you just because of your skin color. But it says the wicked have waited for me. Go ahead.
To destroy me.
Go ahead.
But I will not. But I will consider thy testimony.
Yeah, we're supposed to be considering the testimonies of the Most High and what He laid down for us and how He wants us to walk. You do right in the eyes of the Most High, even your enemies will be at peace. This is what we're supposed to be striving to. From there, jump to 110.
What was that last one?
Psalms 119 and 95.
110.
Now Psalms 119 and 110.
the wicked have laid a snare for me.
You see that? The wicked, they always going to try to get us. Go ahead.
Yet I erred not from thy precepts.
Why? Because wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of thy times and the strength of thy salvation. That's why. The way to get away from the wicked is to follow the precepts of the Most High. Keep his statutes and laws. Where we at? Let's see here. From there. So y'all get it so far? I know it's a lot. Got 15 minutes. Bear with me. It's a long history class. The last time y'all had these many scriptures. There wasn't that many questions, that's why. Yeah, so we're able to knock this out the park. Where we at?
119 verse 110.
No, I did that. 119 verse 110.
Proverbs 12:26.
Yeah, go to Proverbs 12 and 26. Did we? Oh yeah, we did hit that. Go to Proverbs 18 and 3.
Proverbs chapter 18 verse 3. I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised.
Yeah, the Most High is worthy to be praised. This is who we're supposed to be calling up on when
Proverbs 18 and 3?
Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 18 verse 3.
Oh, that wasn't it?
Yeah, I did song.
When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt.
Yeah, when the wicked comes, that's when the contempt and the fighting and all this, the strains and the quarreling. They bring that. The wicked brings that. Go ahead.
And with ignominy, reproach.
Somebody get that from. So read that again.
Contempt.
Approach. What he want to do? He want to set you up and get you in quarrels and strifes and fighting. Next thing you know, you getting publicly reproached. Like, man, why are you doing that? They're looking at you like you the animal. Oh man, you blacks are all the same. Black people are all the same. All they want to do is argue and fight. No, I was trying to be the righteous man. I was just trying to show them the scriptures. But that public shame of that contempt and that fighting. You see that? Where we at? Go to 29, Proverbs 29 and verse 2.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Right? You see that? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The earth is at peace. Why wouldn't you rejoice when the right? Think about it. Remember when Solomon reigned as king? It was 40 years of peace. Why? He was a righteous man. People were happy. They were so happy the other nations was bringing him everything they had. Gold, spices. They're like, man, we good. Ain't no fighting. We good with this. But read on.
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
They do what?
The people mourn.
Yeah. Ain't our people in mourning? Our people are the ones in mourning. Even there, listen. Even Esau got their own people in mourning. Because they like, man, we finding y'all out. Y'all are, you higher upper echelon governments. Y'all are off. Your offness is now affecting me. So they're in mourning. They're like, man, y'all ain't obeying my rights, my 5th Constitution rights, my 3rd Amendment rights. Y'all ain't obeying. Y'all messing up my rights. Oh, I can't carry a gun. This is Esau talking now. He's scared because he can't carry his guns and have freedom of speech. Right? So the wicked, he's even affecting his own people. From there, go to verse 7. 29 and verse 7.
So, Proverbs chapter 29, verse 7. The righteous consider the cause of the poor, but the wicked...
See, the wicked don't do this. The righteous consider the cause of the poor. A righteous man is going to say, man, how can I help my brother? He ain't got? Let me see what I can do. But go ahead.
But the wicked regardeth not to know it.
The wicked does what?
Regardeth not to know it.
Yeah, because guess what? The wicked, they don't care. They're not concerned with how much food stamps you don't got. Or how much food stamps you do got. They don't care. You're not worried about that. You're not worried about your conditions. You're not worried about what your bank account's looking like, or if you can make it to the next day, or if you can feed your children. They're not worried about that. The wicked is worried about their own pocket and how they're getting by. From there, go to Isaiah 32 and 5.
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 5. Verse 5. The vile person is no more called liberal, and to be bountiful.
Now look at that. When you go into the American political system, what word do you deal with? Read that again.
Democracy.
Liberty.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Right, you got the liberals and then you got the conservatives, right? The conservatives, you picture them they're just uptight. They don't want nobody to get away with nothing, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what they do. They try to pigeonhole you. Oh, you don't like being gay? You're a conservative. Oh, you don't like killing babies? You're a conservative. You don't like having sex with animals? You're a conservative. You're just uptight. You're a prude. That's like a long-winded way of saying you're a prude.
You're a square.
It's a $5 word for saying, yeah, you're a square. You're a loser, right? But the Most High promised you the what? Read it again.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
The vile person will no more be called liberal, man, because these liberals is the one pushing all that crap on y'all, man. They the ones pushing homosexuality, bestiality, pedophilia, LGBTQ, XYZ through N, right? They the ones pushing that on you. The so-called liberals. Y'all see that? So you tell me the Most High didn't know what he was talking about. You tell me that Bible ain't true. This is the only place where the vile person is called liberal. They're just, they just like being free. Don't mess with them, they're liberal. Y'all see that?
It's all about getting in touch with yourself.
Yeah, they're just generous with their love.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
Y'all see that? In this country, man, the vilest people are called liberal. They don't have you can't call them faggots. You can't call them gays, queers, nasty, pathetic, disgusting abominations. Now you gotta call them liberals. With a TH.
Liberals.
Go ahead.
Nor the churl said to be bountiful.
And the churl ain't gonna be said to be bountiful. The one it's no more gonna be the churl, the childish person, the one that's acting like an idiot is bountiful. Oh, he's rich. No. The nigga that wanna run around dressed like a girl, he's not gonna be getting rich anymore. When the Most High drops this down, when he dropped that hammer down, the faggots is not gonna be the ones coming up in your country. They're not going to be the ones rich. They're not going to be the upper echelon. They're not going to be the Fortune 500 no more. It ain't going to take you diving into the tunnels of Typhon and worshiping the Oscar Levin fame to get ahead in this country. All right? I'll let you go and learn what those words mean. You're not going to have to sit there and become part of no secret society where you jerking off in some coffin to get ahead in this country. That nasty person, somebody look up that word churl. That nasty, disgusting, filthy person is no longer going to be called bountiful. Oh, yeah, he got it all. You understand? Who got it?
Churl. A rude, a rustic, a niggard, a misery.
A nigga is no longer going to be called bountiful. You understand? Oh man, he moving that weight, man. He always got a Benz. He always got the nice watch on. He got the Rollie. He got the all blue all blue Timbs with the all blue Scully cap. He got the all blue this that. That man is no longer gonna make it in that society.
He got the Buick with the pokers.
Right?
What is that?
Swangers.
He got the. God, those are terrible. The what? Oh, come on.
I both need that.
Read up.
No, I'm kidding. For the vile person will speak villainy.
Wait, read it again.
For the vile person will speak villainy.
Vilely. You understand?
Violently.
The vile person is going to be evident that he's vile, that he's disgusting, that he's putrid, that he's a sore on humanity. Why? Because you're going to hear it come out of his mouth. It's going to be evident. See that? It ain't, and he's prophesying what country you're in. It ain't going to be no more where the part of that is future prophecy, but in this country now, it ain't going to be no more in the closet. Niggas is like, got shirts now that glow with spinners that tell you how much penis they ingest.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It just, yeah, women walk around with pubic hair sticking out of their teeth, man. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Well, you don't wanna clean the tuna off your breath at least? But this is that country, man, where we live in, where the vile persons, they speak vilely, man. They just, you got these damn lesbian, bull dyke, nasty ass hoes walking around with no shirt on to try to walk around your kids in downtown with no shirt on. Just because they're lesbians. Like, nigga, that don't make you a man. Put your titties away.
Oh, they tape them down?
Yeah.
Roll around?
Yeah, don't nobody want to see you in your damn titty tape. You got two big ass sweat sacks hanging off the front of your body. You don't want to cover that up so we don't get sweat all in our eyes. It's 110 damn degrees out here. What the hell's wrong with you? But it's what he's showing you. They're not gonna be in the closet no more. They're not gonna be kept away. You're not gonna think, oh, that doesn't exist. Racism doesn't exist. That's all done away with. There's no gangs. There's no this. There's no that. Nah, it's gonna be evident, man. You understand? Everything that a person, all the vileness a person does, they put it on every part of social media, man. You know what I mean? They make a meme out of it. They glorify it. You got niggas that sit there with Hebrew names just smoking and puffing on it, blowing it all into the camera and sucking the smoke back up and everything like that. On the Sabbath, like
quoting scriptures.
Yeah, with a Shabbat Shalom on the bottom. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? It ain't gonna be hidden no more. Y'all see that? In this land, they welcome everything, so nobody's afraid to hide it no more. Now the vile person, it comes out his mouth what he do. Oh yeah, I hit that. Like, nigga, what about no kissing and telling? That's what we were raised with, right?
Right.
You don't kiss, a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell. That's what I got raised with. Now you got niggas telling you how they hit it, what they used, what kind, how many batteries it took, what kind of tree stump she had to get penetrated with. And it's like, what the hell? What's wrong with you?
You know how many times cats walk up to us in the mall like, that chick right there, she just gave me top in the bathroom. I'm like, what?
Wow.
What are you talking about? Like, randomly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to hear that. But hooray for you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, damn. Like, random cats, bro.
And then she walk up like,
yeah. Like, hi.
You're like, what? No. No hi.
No, you can't get
Stop saying H words. Stop breathing all that dude's penis in my face. Don't do that. Like, the vile person they're gonna be evident. Y'all see that? Because they're gonna speak it. You finish that? Read on.
And his heart will work iniquity.
Wait, read it again.
Verse 6. For the vile person will speak vilely.
Vilely, go ahead.
And his heart will work iniquity.
His heart will work iniquity. His mind is, in this country, man, in this disgusting ass country, all people's minds do is work iniquity, man. Like, I swear, man, as many inventions as they could make for peace, they make like quintuple the amount in sexual AIDS and perversion, man.
Oh, bro.
That's all they think about here.
Like, you sent us that that video where they have like the male robots for sex.
Yeah, the sex robots, man. It's like, dude, what happened to? I thought you were gonna cure cancer. What the hell happened? Well, I was almost there, man, but then I made this sex robot. What would happen? What happened to the cancer though? Oh, well, we can't fix that.
It was let them have sex and die. Yeah. They got a foot vagina.
Oh, what?
Bro, where they make a prosthetic foot for people that have the foot fetishes and make a vagina on the top.
Come on, man.
Come on.
What country is this?
Oh, it's America.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just wondering.
They right here in Texas. Oh, no. You know what's funny?
Dubai or Saudi Arabia?
No. I forget exactly where the manufacturing shop is located, but they are Americans. But guess where their number one customers are?
Europeans.
Texas.
Oh, okay, Texas.
Texas. I was like, wow.
Wow. Thank you, Texas.
Texans, bro. Silicone foot vagina.
And where are we stuck? Under the lead weight of Texas.
Lead weight of Texas.
Where you at? Read on.
To practice hypocrisy.
Right? They practice what?
Hypocrisy.
They practice hypocrisy.
Hypocrites.
You got all these white cops getting exonerated for shooting black people. You got all these white cops getting charged if they shoot a white person's dog, right? They got them all getting charged and getting thrown in jail if they shoot a white person, right? Then you got the one black cop that shot a white girl. What happened?
The Muslim bro, right?
Instantly fired. Yeah, he wasn't even Jewish. He wasn't even Israel.
He wasn't even Israel. He's a Muslim.
Yeah, they're just showing you they are the land of hypocrisy, man. Yeah, they fired him straight off. It wasn't even. We have an investigation ongoing until the year 2030, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do with him.
Like no suspension with pay, death duty, none of that.
Yeah, just gone, fired. Y'all see that?
Gone.
What land is this? America, man.
America.
If not, then who is he?
Right?
America.
If not, then who and who, where and who is he?
Oh, read on, watch.
And to utter error against the Lord.
And they utter error against the Most High, man. This is one of the few places where they're just serious about their atheism. And it ain't even, they don't even want to just be atheists. Now they want to make like full-on war with the Most High.
But then on the money, put in God we trust.
Yeah, that's a different God. They right on that.
God we trust, but we don't believe in him.
Yeah, that's an acronym.
Gold, oil, and drugs.
Yeah, they said it right. Go ahead.
To make empty the soul of the hungry.
To do what?
To make empty the soul of the hungry.
See that? You already broke. They try to make your soul empty, man. You already broke. They hit you with child support. So now, man, I hate this. The same woman you was, I love you, and screwing her face to face, now you hate her. Because why? You put a seed in her. She let the feminist movement infiltrate her brain, broke up with you, took the kids, and then hit you for child support. Now you hate her. They done took your spirit from you. The spirit of love and unity and family. They done took that from you. Why? They hitting you with that child support. You like, man, you looking at your own kids like this little nigga eating up on my damn money.
Like they the cause.
Yeah, like they didn't do that. You did that. You got the wrong chick. See that? Read it again.
To make empty the soul of the hungry.
They do these things to make empty the soul of the hungry. They perpetuate this madness and keep it going to make you where you don't even have no spirit to fight no more, man. You're like, man, I give up. I'm just gonna chase money. Man, you know what? Forget it. I can't do this truth stuff no more, man. I gotta make this dough. I mean, the truth is all nice and good and everything, kingdom of heaven, blah blah blah. But you know, I just don't want to do it no more, man. Screw this.
I gotta get paper.
Yeah. Or I just want to do what Americans do, man. I want to sit at home and jack off until the
remote control is sticky.
Yeah.
Buttons don't push.
Yeah. Until I have a nutsack imprint on my hand. Like, damn, what the hell is wrong with y'all? This is America. I get to do what I want. Why would I do the truth, what tells me I can't do everything I want to do, when I can live at the American way?
Yeah, have the wife, the picket fence, the 1.5 kid.
Yeah.
How you do that?
Or I don't have the social skills to acquire that, so I can get me a sex robot. I can go have sex with a horse at the local farm. I can go get a jar of Vaseline and lube and never talk to anyone ever again.
I can dress up as a woman. And
right.
do it that way. I can dress up in costume
myself.
Bang, yeah.
Yeah.
Virtual reality. Oh, they have like virtual reality marriages and sex.
No, I'm waiting for when they go beyond transgender, when they decide they're gonna be both.
Yeah.
So they could just screw themselves.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I was a loser as a man and couldn't get a woman, so I became a woman. I'm a loser ass woman. I can't even get a man. So you know what? Just attach both parts.
Just extend it so it just goes in there.
Yeah. Loop it around, stick it back in,
yeah.
and I'll roll. Now, I know it sounds sick, but watch it happen.
Oh.
Because if you can think it, and if you're disgusted by it, America's doing it. And they're making money off it. And niggas is lining up.
They're like, it's already done.
Yeah. Oil? No, man, I need that $30 so I can buy me a girl. What? Hold on, what?
It costs $30? Wait, no.
Yeah. I'm going to the Apple store and buy me a woman. What?
Bernie Mac said it does the best. He said a 6-pack. You remember in his stand-up? He said, I'm about to go home. He said, what if sex came in a can? They'll give me a 6-pack. Hey, he thought that back in like the early 90s. They do it now.
But this is the American mindset, man. Is I'm gonna be the lowest basis form of piece of crap that I can be. You know what I mean? That's why the army ain't, their slogan ain't even the same no more, man. It ain't like be all you can be. It's like just be an army of one. Right. You're an army of one, bro. You can do it all yourself. You don't need a woman. You can do it yourself. Don John. You know what I mean? you don't need friends. You got social media where you don't have to be social, but you can be engaged in the media.
Anti-social media, yeah.
Exactly. Where you know?
And he will cause thee to drink, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
Where you
Verse 6.
Where?
Last precept.
Last precept of 6.
No, what's the whole scripture that you're at?
Isaiah chapter 32
Book,
verse
chapter,
6.
verse. Where you at?
Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 6.
Come, read.
For the vile person will speak vanity, and his heart will work iniquity.
See that? The vile person, he gonna speak vanity, man. He's gonna speak it right out into the open. You gonna be looking at him like, I swore I met the stupidest person alive, but it's like you got next in line so you could top him. Y'all see that? You don't believe it? Go to the mall. All right? Just stand there at the oil cart and listen to the conversations we have.
You lose brain cells.
Wow.
You literally.
You're stupider than the last person? No way. I was about to put that nigga in Guinness, but your ass, you need a trophy right now. You understand? Then the next one comes and does the triple lutz and backflips with weights on, and just does something more amazingly stupid than the last one. You like, wow, there's no way, okay, you beastly ass chick, you coming around rolling your eyes into your horse weave and walking by like you really the stuff, man. You disgusting and filthy as hell. You gonna wear some damn gray tights after you just worked out and no drawers on. You disgusting, and the next man come up and he wearing the same outfit. Oh my God. Never mind. With the same weave.
But the chick is like, I'm a Christian.
Jesus told me to wear this.
I'm a Christian.
The nigga wearing a weave.
He knows my thoughts. I'm sure he does. You can see him through your pants.
He knows you a thought.
Yeah, everybody can see your thoughts, man. You've been ran through so many times, I can see your damn tonsils. It's not bent over.
It's not thoughts, it's thoughtness. It's thoughtness.
Hey, we're in this land, man. If y'all don't get it, just look around. The vile person, he gonna utter vanity. You're gonna be like, wow, I just had the worst conversation I've ever had in my life. That's gonna be your everyday life here. Go ahead.
To practice hypocrisy.
He's gonna practice hypocrisy. It's not even gonna be a striving for righteousness. What are you practicing? What are you trying to do? What are you working out for? Oh, just so I can be a nigger. Like, I'm learning how to be conscious, and I'm learning. I'm conscious, man, and I'm learning about Horus and Isis and Ra and weed and all this other stuff. Your worship a head screwed onto a man's body.
Yes.
Nigga, did it work when you was a kid pulling the heads off the G.I. Joes and putting them on a Barbie?
No.
Okay, then he ain't gonna pop up and do nothing now. When you had Man at Arms and you used to flip his face around, did he ever cause a miracle? Did he put food on your plate?
But
Some of y'all don't know about that.
But it looked good when it was hot.
Right. It didn't do nothing then, it ain't gonna do nothing now. Read on.
And to utter air hungry.
You go to verse 11.
God. And he will cause the drink.
I'm sorry, verse 8. Sorry.
God. And he will cause the drink.
I just get more thirsty when I drink it. Yes. But why? Because you gotta pay for it. They cause the soul of the thirsty to fall, the drink of the thirsty to fall. Go ahead.
Verse 7. The instruments also of the cruel are evil.
They're what?
Evil.
The instruments of the cruel are evil. Why the hell you need a bomb? Why do you need the stuff they make for wartime, man? What happened to a sword and some fighting skills, man?
Yeah, why you need a land-to-air missile?
Yeah,
what the hell?
Like you're trying to kill people with something that shoots a supersonic round. They can literally tear a person in half even if the bullet don't hit them.
Oh, that 50 cal sniper rifle?
Yeah, that was just, that's the beginning. You got sonic weapons now.
Oh, that go through walls?
Yeah. It would literally almost, if they turn the volume up, it would blow your damn head up like a ripe grape. They got lasers that they shoot at people. Been doing it since the 80s. What the hell do you need that for? Why do I need to try to make satellite weaponry? What is that for? Who am I trying to kill? Saddam Hussein?
Great to be.
What, that nigga bulletproof? Shoot him with a regular bullet. What's wrong with you? You hung Saddam Hussein, but you got laser beams in the sky. Obviously, a rope will do it. You just doing overkill. For what? Because this is what they're into, man. Read it again. That part.
The instrument also of the cruel are evil.
Right. They want to do cruel things to you, man. They want to make sure the body count is as high as it can possibly be. Y'all see that? They want to destroy your kids in your sack, man. They want to destroy the women's wombs. They're doing that with the food. You eating a food is killing you. Read on.
He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor.
This is all America does, man. How you want? You devise wicked devices to destroy the poor. For what? They're poor. What are they doing to anybody? Let them sleep under the damn bridge. What do you got to make little pyramid-shaped pieces of concrete so they can't even go to sleep? They're already homeless, man.
You put it under the bridge so they can't lay there?
Yeah, you put spikes in the doorways in certain places that are closed at night so they can't sleep in front of the place and get out of the rain. The hell's that? What the hell happened to my cancer cure? You can't fill a pothole. You could have used all that stuff you made making them speed bumps. You could have used that material and filled the damn holes in the street. But what am I doing? I'm devising devices to hurt the poor.
Yeah, you get arrested when you try to feed them.
Right. What other nation is doing that? Shoot, France got a section that where in their grocery stores where the food that's not fresh anymore.
Oh, like they're expiring.
That's for the homeless. That section is for the homeless. They can come in there and grab that. Yeah, like the Bible tells you to do.
I'm moving to France, bro.
Y'all see that? But what land are we living in? Are we not living in this land the Bible is speaking of? And what does that land happen to be named? America. Read.
Wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words.
With lying words, man. Oh yeah, you need a permit to give food to the homeless. No, you don't, because according to the Constitution of America, that if you take any liberty and make me pay for it, I'm allowed to do that liberty with impunity. I'm allowed to do it as much as I want and say screw the government. That's what the Constitution you're founded on says. But you gonna tell me I need a permit? I gotta pay to feed people? I gotta pay to walk my dog now. It's in California. You gotta have a bicycle license.
Huh?
Because they get money off of you riding a bike. They want to tax you for everything. Fishing license. How the hell you need a fishing license, man? The fish ain't yours. You killing the fish by the billions. If I catch one on a hook, you gonna charge me for that?
Yes.
That's my fish. I love the fish. Let that fish go. You don't have a permit. But you just dumped 14 billion gallons of oil into the Gulf of Mexico. That's different. They paid for that oil.
That's what you're talking about.
Right?
There ain't no fish over there.
Yeah. Not now. Read.
Even when the needy speaketh right.
See, even when the needy are speaking the right things, man. Even when they're saying, listen, they're killing us in the streets. We're dying out here. We're starving. We can't get a job because the system you set up won't allow us to feed ourselves. They say, nope, you ain't going to feed them until they die of starvation. We're not going to let you even reach out a hand to them as they die of starvation in front of your face. But they can't get access to crack.
Abundantly.
How come I don't need a permit to sell them crack? How come I don't need a permit to give them a bag of weed? To give the cats to give them those needles. All them needles that they be washing up in these lakes and everything like that. Why don't they need a permit to give those out? Yeah, the hospitals be giving out needles to the homeless. Yeah, hospitals do it. Then some eccentric white man goes out and I just want to make sure you don't catch AIDS. You care now?
Oh, so he gives them clean needles so they don't spread AIDS.
Yeah. When I was trying to give him a can of food, he was like, no. Where's your permit?
But I'll give you
Call the cops.
But I'll give you a clean needle to put your heroin in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Read on.
Verse 8. But the liberal deviseth liberal things.
And for y'all in these other countries, so I don't exclude you, if this is going on in your country, let us know. If these things are going on in your country and you feel like I'm being unfair and I'm leaving y'all out, well, let us know what's going on in your country. We'll blast them too. But right now, we're speaking on what we know, what we see, what we hear every day, and that's mainly going on right here, man.
God.
Read on.
But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand.
See that? Read it again.
But the liberal deviseth liberal things.
See that? The liberals are going to devise liberal things. Here in America, these liberals, they devise more liberality. I want to make a statue so I can sit on Satan's lap. I don't want to have to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance because my fat ass is too lazy. So can I just be an atheist and you have to respect my wishes? When I do get my fat ass up, I want it plunged by Biff. So can you make homosexuality legal?
Yeah.
Damn.
Isn't that Homer Simpson's bit?
That's tough.
I'm like, whoa.
Different from Back to the Future.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, the old guy.
Back to the Future.
Dang. And by liberal things shall he stand.
And by liberal things, that's what they stand on. We stand on our liberality here in America. We pride ourselves on being a person that lives in the land of the free to do what I want. Right?
Con.
I'm free to do everything that comes into my little stupid mind, my little pinhead. This is a land of trash, man.
Con.
If y'all don't see these scriptures as real, you out of your damn mind. But that means it's time for us to lock ourselves down, man, and start living righteously. And come out of her, my people. Like it said in Micah 2:10. Like it said in Revelations 18:4. Arise you and depart. You understand? This place is polluted. It will destroy you. You keep going in their ways, man. Keep being that brother that want to bang everything you see. Watch what happens. Keep being that sister that let every nigga hit it. Watch what happens. Keep being that cat that think the laws of the Most High is done away with and you want to do whatever you want. Okay. Watch what happens. The liberal man, he gonna just keep thinking liberally. Where you at?
That was the end of 8, sir.
Huh?
Hey, Yarma.
You finished that?
Done.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of, like I said, again, we had a lot more to go, but we passed 10 o'clock. So we'll bring that up in the next class when we do the next history. Monday is going to be history classes, so come through for these classes. They can continue the Zechariah 5. You get that breakdown, find out where you're living, find out what state, what condition you're in, and know how to get out of it. You understand? Let it be reality to you, so you can say, okay, you know what? Sharing the videos, like them, whatever, and we'll see y'all next time. All right, Wednesday, 7 to 10.
Yes, sir.
All right. With that, we're going.